Welcome to Season 2, Episode 11 of PDX Gaming Productions, Knights of Faded Roses. Before starting the session's game, we do have a few announcements to go over. First of all, a reminder. This is a vampire game, so there may well be violence, blood, gore, guts, not to mention a lot of swearing and definitely some sexual content and innuendo. So if you're not comfortable with that, please go now. I will not warn you again. There are some parts of the games that may cause discomfort or triggering for certain people. Please take care of yourself first. It's rough out there right now. We think you're important, and it's really vital that you take care of you. This is a non-canon Vampire the Masquerade game. So for those new here, while it means that this little game of ours, while based on the TTRPG, is not something that's sanctioned nor part of the World of Darkness world. We don't get kickbacks, revenue, or recognition from World of Darkness, nor its affiliate storylines. So this leads us to our next bit, which is sponsorships. So if you have a small business and you want to help support another small business, reach out to us. You can have your shop information showing up on the screen at our intermission. And it's really helpful. So contact us on Facebook, Discord, Tumblr, or here on YouTube at PDX Gaming Productions. You can find us on Facebook under Knights of Faded Roses. Also, if you're loving what you see and you're becoming a fan of our little family, please click the like and subscribe button here on our YouTube channel and find us on Facebook and Tumblr for more information. We would like to thank Willamette Falls Studios for once again hosting our game, and Josh Reynolds for being here to help produce our game. If you'd like more information on how Willamette Falls can help your studio productions move forward, please drop them a line. They're having state-of-the-art studio spaces, including a podcast booth, fully functioning studio kitchen, green screen studio, standard studios, editing suites, and a new music recording studio down in the basement. And we'd also like to thank GameStorm for having us. We had an amazing time, and it was great to see incredible people and meet new people and just generally have an awful lot of fun. So if you haven't checked them out, they're local to Oregon as well. So if you're a little nerdy, a little geeky, and you love all types of games, go look them up for the next event and check them out. All of the links and resources and how to get in touch with the Willamette Falls GameStorm and us can be found in the description box down below. And with that, I do believe that is all the announcements that are needing to be done at this point. So let's start this session's Knights of Faded Roses. So let us start this session with a roll for hunger, please, everybody.
No introductions?
At this point, do we really need to?
Pass.
Oh, I need.
No,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You always fail.
You always
not
fail.
I
always.
had it one
Most of
and
the
a zero.
time.
Just this time I'm cranky bitch.
My blood die.
And it's
That's a pass.
That hits a 10 at that point.
It's a day aging money.
Okay.
I passed.
All right. So the only one that gets hungrier is you.
Again.
The one who shouldn't be eating people.
Yeah. Okay, so with that, I would like to actually ask all of the cast except for Lancaster to please give us a minute. Your vast web of connections across the state did assist you in finding your sister. She is back in San Francisco with you, or at least when you left San Francisco, she was there. But you know there needs to be further action taken with Jason, her right hand. A savage has a reputation to uphold, after all. So what are you doing? Considering the smarmy little worm not only drugged your sister, but handed her over to the SI.
Well, the last time I spoke to the gentleman, I told him he would not die. He would be in servitude in the most heinous of ways for as long as possible, to either he gave out or until his body gave out. And even if he asked for death, it would not be given to him. And if anything, he would be put in a box and revived later, told what was happening, what he's missed, those kind of things, how we're thriving, but reminded that he will remain. Because his betrayal is not something that deserves the mercy of death. So I'm going to stay with that line of thought, and I'm going to ensure that, if I'm not mistaken, he is a ghoul.
He is a ghoul, yes.
Okay. Well, then, I think what we'll do is we'll sort of thin out his sustenance so that he does age after a fashion.
Oh my.
But
Okay.
only ever so, because fresh intake is one thing, but I think also what is most important is that he, rarely have the same regnant more than once or twice. We don't want him fully blood bonded to any one in particular individual. We want him bound to his, at least partially to as many as possible, to make sure that his pull is, not complete, in many directions at once. Also, setting up things along the lines of making sure that he receives conflicting orders or conflicting directives, on the occasion, to make him really sweat it out.
Absolutely torture him.
Torture, but it's a kind of torture that is subtle, that is strenuous, but not unachievable. It's something that, sure, he may be able to work his way through whatever task he's been given, but whether it's, emptying the abattoir that my father had, there were many places that needed cleaning there on a regular basis, and there was a reason why they called it the abattoir. So I think that he would be tasked with cleaning those things by hand, making sure that things are kept. He is, in essence, a butler, but nothing more spectacular than a cleaning person.
Okay.
Keep it that way. Keep it that way as long as possible.
All right.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. So you are back in Portland now?
Mm-hmm.
George has been trying to keep you as apprised as possible, but understanding that you've been relatively torn as far as your attention is concerned. He hasn't wanted to really put forth an awful lot of information to you that wasn't absolutely needed.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. It's an understanding, and you have appreciated in the past that he knows. He knows how to go ahead and handle things.
Yeah, he is a good right-hand man.
Trustworthy, all that.
So what could you tell me about this new Toreador?
She is, she's interesting, sir. She came in, gave an awful lot of presents to a lot of people, as you know. And then, the prince had a breakdown, sir. The prince had a significant breakdown. He actually almost ate one of his friends. He's not been okay.
What's the relationship? Is this before or after? Did you actually meet him? Sorry, I shouldn't ask if I shouldn't automatically assume that the Toreador is a she, but are these two? I mean, when did the prince have the breakdown? Was it after introductions or was it
Immediately after the introduction, sir, he went into his room and stayed there for 4 days and didn't eat. And then when they opened up the door, he took off.
have they found him?
They did find
Okay.
him. He almost ate his friend. He's recovering, by the way. Both.
Vampire or?
Oh, no, one of his drivers.
Oh, okay. Well, then, I mean, those can be replaced. But yeah, so he had a consumption frenzy, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
She, from what I hear from Scuttlebutt, she's his sire.
Oh, well, these kind of,
He ran away, sir.
how many people were aware of his issues
Well, the
across the
council.
domain?
Oh, just the council. They, thankfully, Trinisa and Tamina found him and took care of everything and brought him back in. But, I mean, as far as like the last 2 weeks or so, that's the only people that know is just the council.
Okay. All right, then. So when it comes to if she is the sire, then he's got some issues. Has he been able to work through those issues yet?
Not yet.
How old is he? I cannot recall.
He apparently was turned in the 30s.
Okay. What's the demeanor of the Toreador, the sire?
She says that she's here to help support the local community, and she didn't know he was here.
Huh. Huh. Has Jonathan ever gone by any other names?
Not that I know of.
No. It'd be trait more inherent of the gangrel to not know where their children are.
I don't know. From what I hear, he slipped out in the dead of night. I mean, for lack of a better term. Something about a woman.
Well, it's always about a woman. When it comes to his relationship with her, though, there was no. I mean, was there any direct conversation, or was it just he flipped out, left, and they never?
That. But I guess there's supposed to be a meeting soon.
No, good, okay. And then, do you mean a meeting of the council or a meeting with the prince?
A meeting with the prince.
Okay.
She's already had a meeting with the council.
Okay. How did they fare?
She's asked them, that's how I got hold of all of this information. She's told them that she's here to support the city. She's here to, basically put down roots.
Okay. All right, then. Reach out to the council. see if they are, or when is this meeting actually happening? Today?
We don't know.
You don't know? Nothing yet? Okay.
No, the prince said that he would let the prince said that he would let the council know when he was willing to meet with her.
Oh, okay. All right. That's good to know. So, reach out to the prince or his, assistants. Contact his people and see if he's willing to have a private meeting prior to this to let his harpy know.
Well, sir, I thought that you were his people.
Well, I just one of his many arms.
Well,
A prince has many ways of affecting things, but I guess I could reach out to him directly. I didn't want anything to cloud his judgment, so using channels is just a way to show respect. But in this case, yeah.
you're the harpy, sir.
All right. So then, sometimes I need reminding. All right. So, thank you, George. I appreciate it.
Welcome home, sir.
And thank you. So at that point, I'll reach over to my old rotary phone and my old classic rotary form. Yeah. And just start dialing the prince's number.
Okay. He answers after about 3 rings. Hello.
Hello, dear prince. It is your harpy. I'm back from a long trip trying to resolve family issues and increase your name and potency in other places around the country.
Ah.
So,
Master.
yes, thank you. I understand there was a visit from a toreador that seemed to upset you.
Yeah, you might say so. Fiona. She's here to apparently open some businesses.
Well, it seems to me like you have a strained relationship with her. Is this something that can be easily resolved, or?
I don't know. Strained is that's a very kind way of putting it.
Well, you know who my father is.
I do.
Okay. So you can understand that when I say strained, I admit that I too had a strained relationship with my father.
You didn't run from yours.
That's because when it comes to my father, running indicated you were prey. So I did
That's
not run.
Fair.
Yes. So is she powerful?
Fairly. She's got a lot of money. Like, pretty well equivalent of yours.
Really?
I mean, as far as I was last aware of, things might have changed since the Depression, but as far as I'm aware.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll trust her. Now, do you mind me discussing with you the reasons for your departure from her?
She sent me. Let me back up here. She had another child at the same time. And we fell in love. And as is apparently wont to do with the wonderful Toreador bloodline, she decided to place a Sisyphean task in front of the both of us at the same time. Have one of us murder the other. To prove how we understood the trials of the age.
Well, you are still here.
And to suffer. You had to suffer for your art. And understand true suffering. All of that bullshit.
Everyone has a different opinion. You know how art is. If it's, you have to remember that after the first art was created, the first art critic was created. And we know that we can do without that. So when it comes to your sister, then, I assume sister, brother?
Sister.
Sorry, I may be projecting a little. When it comes to your sister, I assume that you ran so you didn't have to?
Yeah.
And was this edict ever rescinded?
Not that I'm aware of, but I kept my head down. For as much of my reputation has been a party goer, she hasn't ever been one to look to the West Coast. Not until now.
You mean your sire?
Yeah.
So where is your sister?
I don't know. I figured seeking her out after running would probably put me right in Fiona's crosshairs again. And I really didn't feel like doing that or putting her in those crosshairs.
Understood. Understood, my prince. Well, I understand that you're going to be calling us all together when you're ready and capable. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Well, what was your sister's name, by the way?
Beatrice.
Oh, that sounds a name for the ages. Okay. All right. Well, I want to thank you very much for entertaining my call today, my prince, and I await your summons.
Are you back in town then?
Yes, I am. Yes, my sister has been recovered, but not yet. Rescued is too final a word. So I will be checking in on her from time to time, but at a distance, no longer holding her hand. When it comes to the love of a sibling, it's understandable that it can cause rifts throughout the entire family. And I just want you to know that as someone who has siblings, who has a parent that they may have different feelings about, it's good to have somebody to talk with about these things, because you don't want to keep it inside. You should let it out. And just as any expression of a toreador is going to be with grace, elegance, and power and ferocity, so too are emotions.
I appreciate that.
Yes. Well, thank you.
Tomorrow night, come to the Montgomery Park, please.
Oh, yes. Shortly after sunset,
Yes, please.
as you will.
Thank you.
And thank you, my prince. Oh, George.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, can you dig around and find me something about a toreador named Beatrice
Oh,
with
sure.
a who is the child of a toreador named Fiona, and also a sibling birdmate of a toreador named Jonathan?
I can definitely do my best, yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Give me the genealogy on that one.
Okay.
I need to know where she is, this Beatrice. Invite her to town.
All right, I will do my best.
Thank you. Pardon me here.
Yeah, no?
It's the eye. Okay. There we go.
All right, so we're going to have everybody come on back. I just texted them. We are back. Thank you so much. So, the prince has determined that tomorrow night is going to be a meeting of the council.
Will this include Fiona's presence?
Not yet.
Send a quick text message with like, hey guys, back in town. Issues pretty much resolved. Prince is gaining power throughout the area. Good times.
Good times. Good times.
Did I get that right?
Our influence continues to grow.
Everybody dead? Question.
No. No.
Too bad.
You've got to have power perceived to achieve. So,
lies, and slander.
Okay, so
Everybody has their own tools.
Alex responds with female, little girl icon. Thumb up, thumb down, questioning it, smiley.
I'll just send back this one.
Well, the think emoji.
Yeah, the think emoji.
Yes.
... Is she alive or not? Unalive. Among the semi-living.
Is she still on this side of the grass?
No, at this point, I'm stopping and thinking, I wonder how many things she'll say before I respond. I just want a catalog.
Rolling.
Is she an ex-kindred?
The SI is watching you, remember.
She is satisfied. ...
Kinky.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Was this a direct or group chat?
That's direct. It's everybody.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, just
Oh.
melting face emoji.
Yeah. There you go.
Y'all get a gif of a face palm, of Captain Picard's face palm.
Welcome back. We missed you.
Says you.
Oh, no, wait. Sorry. Take that back. She sends a picture of a stormtrooper.
Misses you.
Misses you.
Oh, no, I wouldn't get that reference. That
Okay,
reference.
you and I need to sit down
No, we don't.
So,
and be watching some movies.
in the meantime, it is Saturday. No, I'm sorry. It is now the following week after you had your wonderful evening at the Crystal Ballroom. It is a Tuesday evening. It's been rainy,
Welcome to Portland.
overcast. Welcome to Portland. Not too much in the way of local news, just sort of, the ins and outs of everything that's going on. Fiona,
Random shooting.
you do get a message from Jonathan saying that he would like to meet with you Friday evening.
Okay. I'll just send a response. Thank you so much. I will see you. I assume that he said where he wanted to meet me.
At the Montgomery Park building.
Okay.
The rest of you do get a message from the prince asking you to come in for a Wednesday night meeting because he wanted to go ahead and talk about things. So, Tuesday, what are you guys doing? Aliana, what are you doing?
Other than
Would
being,
have been brought down.
Well, you're hungry.
or are you hangry at this point? Bangry?
Hangry.
Not angry yet.
I thought hangry was her, like,
That's my
baseball.
normal.
I was gonna say that's basic. Yeah.
That's SOP for.
Yeah. Oh, she's awake.
Oh, okay. Ah! Oh, good.
Checking the books back at PSU that Alex had monkeyed with, see if they're still proper.
He's not in the country. It better be.
Yeah, but
Yes.
you know that asshole. What kind of thing would he be doing? And still waiting for a call from Bane.
Okay,
Yep. And it took us a long time to fix that shit.
that's fair.
Yes.
Fix.
Fix. Uh-huh.
See.
Yes.
Well, did he fix them in the beginning?
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. He,
I
yeah.
would
He,
not put
And
it
an
past-
unfix.
I would not put it past him to put a time delay spell on that reverts it to what he did.
Tremere.
yep.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
he did, didn't he?
Fucking Tremere magic shit.
he did.
Yep.
Tremere voodoo magic bullshit.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. How many books of that did I find?
I was gonna say you want a D20 on that one.
Oh, I shit you not. It is actually, I did a natural 20.
All of them.
Oh,
At least he's consistent.
go in there. Try
Now,
calling yet
now-
again.
Okay.
Okay. Now the university did replace those, right, on Diana's dime. Because I did remember sending the bill.
Diana, I thought it was Deborah. What was her name?
No,
Diana.
it's Diana.
Okay.
Yeah, because I do remember having the university send the bill to the
To the
chantry.
chantry.
To the chantry, yes.
Yep. And that's why I ended up dungeon delving.
Yes, but there are certain books that are not in print.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Could we create a suitable forgery? That effectively looks like the real thing enough to fool?
Do you have time for that?
No, but you have the contacts for that.
Do they have the time for that?
I don't know. Do you have the money for it?
No. I have my money in other things.
I might know. I might know somebody that
somebody's
can.
unlimited black card anymore.
Bane,
Oh no, I was thinking about reaching out to somebody in London.
when you wake up, you do get voicemail from Bane.
Okay.
Still looking. Last heard might have been in Budapest. Headed there next.
How much more money does he need? So, sending him the response of how much more money do you need?
Okay.
No, he's got
Do you
Lancaster's
have-
black card. Remember?
Estimated timeline as to how long you think you're going to be staying there. And do you need extra contacts there?
Okay. He texts you back. Probably another 600,000.
Wow, he's cheap.
Euros.
I'm assuming this happened right after you woke up, given the time difference.
Yeah. And roughly another 2 or 3 contacts in Budapest would be good.
Okay.
Milking it.
So send him the contacts,
Okay.
and I will find a way to wire you more money.
Okay. Cool. So he is done with that. All right. That was an amazing look.
Enjoy the brand new Doc Martens. Or the West Coast.
So, what's Alex doing?
Catching up on paperwork. She's at the tower, not Montgomery.
Okay.
Getting caught up on stuff, making sure she's prepping for a quote unquote book tour for her new book. And she's probably been invited to a couple conventions, so she's making sure that her girl's ready to cover for her.
Okay. Excellent. Hi, Elisa.
Hi, how are you?
What are you doing?
I am reaching out to all the thin bloods in town.
Okay.
Just I'm going to try and get something, the nerd that Elisa is going to try starting something like Sherlock Holmes' Baker Street Irregulars. Just, eyes and ears out on the street.
Okay.
And then, I know I had that blood walk ritual finally. What did I learn, if I learned anything, from that foot that I collected?
Not much.
Not much more than I would have anyway. Okay, that's fair.
You need fresh. It was not fresh.
It was because it was a foot,
Yeah.
boot. Okay, so yeah, and let's see, I presume probably by now Felicity's gone back to Mexico or somewhere else. Is that correct?
It's only been a couple of days.
Oh, still in town.
Yeah. So she's
Still hanging out in the flat.
yeah, she's paused for a good 3 weeks.
Okay. How long is this particular master's going for?
She's got another 3 years on her master's.
3 years. Man, at that point, she may as well just go for the full PhD.
I think that's what.
I think that's what we're going for. Okay. Well, since I don't really want to be underfoot, as it were, we had a good time at the OMD. Oh yes.
Excellent.
Good. Okay.
Fiona, when last we left, you had been informed that someone had taken a swipe at your outside cameras. What you doing?
So I had actually started a conversation with someone. Unfortunately, my brain is a little sparse because it was we talked about and actually I'm doing a finish of reviewing the extra security measures that my security person recommended, and just saying add 2 more layers of just contracting with buildings or purchase the buildings. cross and around and add extra security measures outside.
Okay. You had been talking with Trinisa when we left off, and she had said that, yeah, she was able to grab the recording from across the street at the pub across the street there. So she was able to grab that, swap it out with something that was less obnoxious for breaking masquerade. And she was like, I was going to go ahead and take a look at and see what we could find out about all of this.
And I would like to view those with you.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So she sits down. She's like, so here's what I found. And in taking a look at things in slow stop motion, basically, you can see someone stretch themselves. Literally stretch themselves almost twice their height and grab the cameras and slam them down. And then turn the corner as a human goes scuttling across the street and it looks like basically the person is coming across the street, and as he disappears behind the building, this creature scuttles after them in almost what looks to be like in hunting mode.
That's not good.
She says, I honestly haven't seen anything like that before. That is definitely not a werewolf.
No.
I'm
is
going to have to go
That is
do some diving on this because I don't know what that is, but it's not good. I need to figure this out. Do you know what that is?
This is the part where the human brain is bad. The old player game is either that, a flesh and tie, or a semiche. This is where the human brain is having a problem of memory.
It's Sabat.
Well, yes, it is Sabat. That is the other side of the fence.
She's like, this is like no vampire I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Absolutely no vampire that I've ever seen.
And this is no.
I've had a semichi in my house before. That's not them.
Okay. And I know it is no alternate shifter that I have ever heard of. And that is coming from living near the reservations and in the wilds.
Okay. I'm gonna go see about talking with a gal about a thing.
I'm gonna do some stretching, if you don't mind, around security, like if you can, like checking down the rest of the road, the lights to stop the traffic cameras,
Oh, sure.
because they may have caught something, because we know that there are cameras everywhere when you are not inside a building, and that's not even a guarantee.
Fair. I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
Elisa, you get a text message from Trinisa.
Yes. What can I help you with?
Log into the CC's TVs in Old Town.
Grid section.
Second and Cooch
Okay.
and the surrounding 4 blocks in all directions.
What am I looking for?
Saturday night.
Saturday night. This past Saturday.
Yep.
Timestamp.
Roughly 1:30 a.m. to 3:30 a.m.
33. Okay. Tap. Click. Okay. Running my encryption program. Breaking in. Da-da-da-da. And what the hell is that?
And you see exactly what that was. But you also see where they came up and then where they disappeared down. They started out as what looks to be a fairly nattily dressed, short individual. Looked to be at least male presenting.
Okay.
Then suddenly stretched to almost 9.5, 10 feet tall. And then as they turn the corner, you see a human walking down the street, and they come up behind them, and then both they and the human disappear.
No text call.
Hi.
Hi. Can we meet in person on this one?
Yeah, not a problem. I'm over at Montgomery.
Be there in 15.
Okay.
Question, was that after Trinisa and I had parted ways?
Yeah.
I have one other clarification question.
Yes.
What status did the person human look like? Were they like somebody that would be missed or somebody that would probably be forgotten?
Somebody that would be forgotten. Most likely, it looked like somebody that was most likely one of the ever increasing population of.
Heading down to the
Unhoused.
mission.
Okay.
Yes.
Once I get done with the arrangements, I'm going to pick the phone and the encrypted line and call Allie.
Okay.
Purple, because aliens don't wear hats. She's still a little.
Good to know. I hear they have a partiality for visors, but got a question for you. Can I borrow Mort?
What do you need my pocket boy for?
I need to do a little bit of research
Okay.
on a demon.
3, 2. What flavor was your fancy dressed person? Because I'm taking bets.
No, she's not. They're not.
What flavor is your fancy dressed person? Because I was taking bets.
Pause. I am not catching the reference. I'm sorry.
Have you figured out what they are?
Yeah, that's not something even on an encrypted line I'd like to discuss. But I will say that they have a individual who appears to have some less than pleasant intentions for members of our fine city.
So you're willing to talk about demons over the phone, but you're not willing to mention if they sparkle or if they fly or if they fell from the sky.
I'm
Where the hell are you? We'll just have this in person.
at the tower.
Okay, I'll give you 20.
Okay.
Wait for her to show up.
Slam.
Okay. Oh, wait, we're all going to Montgomery then?
Snarky.
No,
they were at the
we're on
tower.
the tower.
You're at the tower. Okay, I'm going to Montgomery.
Okay. You get a text from Trinisa. Have some interesting videos. Going over them with Elisa. We'll need your input later.
Give me an hour.
Okay. All right. So you guys head off to, or you head off to the tower to meet with, or you head off to Montgomery.
Montgomery Park to meet with Trinisa. Yep.
All right. Trinisa does give you a text message. I'm doing research tonight. Hopefully have some answers for you by tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Lancaster. What are you doing?
Well, I don't know if I misunderstood the prince in asking for a private session on this Tuesday night. So I'll be heading down to Montgomery Park probably right after getting dressed. And then heading down to Montgomery Park to, attend audience with the prince for whatever he may need.
Excellent. All right. So multiple things are happening at once. Let's go ahead and focus on the tower.
Okay.
Le Tower Bichars.
At least you didn't call it the Tower Chien. Okay. Chien femme. But,
I thought that was dog.
bitches. Female dog.
Yeah, Shin. Anyway.
Anyway,
Shin.
so you arrive there and you find Alex.
Digging through encrypted libraries. And you notice there's like copy of Antelavase Satanic Bible open, copy of the OTO or Golden Bough. Various demonology books are like spread across the table, and she's looking kind of manic.
Okay. W2EF, Batman.
Oh, hey, hi.
So first, answer my question. What flavor?
Angelic half.
That actually answers to the second question of why are you looking up a demon? LaFay's book is bullshit. Walks into her personal room, hits his second panel, pops out. Here's the real copy.
Starts zipping through it. What she's looking for is a encyclopedia or something, because there's got to be something around, listing demon types, what the rates are, et cetera, ad nauseum, what they have. She basically says, yeah, so, I had the date with Rook Saturday. Was finally able to ascertain that, definitely at least half angelic.
That explains your spiciness.
Nephilim.
Very delicious. And very wonderful. But has a brother, half brother,
That explains the demon statement.
who is reigning lord control over them in what does not appear to be a consensual manner.
Never is.
So, forewarned is forearmed, they say.
Okay, what can you tell me about this one?
Short, likes to talk like Alistair from Has Been Hotel.
I still haven't seen that.
Likes to talk like this, you see.
Okay, got it.
I come in now?
Metapigeon said what?
You're not there, but quiet.
Yeah, he's got this whole old-timey way of talking. Skeezy, but then it's a demon. What do you expect? But
No, I've met a couple smooth ones.
that's true. At least I would think so. You see her eyes shift a couple colors as she's trying to parse things. Okay, what she's basically trying to say is this. He's got some sort of control over Rook, that's not something that she's got permission to look into. But it was stated flat out that he's in town collecting souls.
Any specific type? Oh, soul.
Corrupted. And they're forcing Rook to help with the corruption. Or at least that's the way it was perceived.
Okay. Any more details?
Is there anything I'm missing that I forgot as a player?
No?
Yeah, I know we have a couple residents that are, but we're trying to fix this city, not turn it into a little hellhole. This is not Buffy.
Are you sure?
Okay, what's his description besides short and talks like Has Been Hotel?
Give a physical description. I don't remember the exact description you gave me last time, but
He was roughly 5'2", 5'3", skinny looking little thing.
imagine an emaciated Tom Cruise with a Buster Keaton accent. They're not Buster Keaton. What's the guy who did the gangster movies?
No, I know what you're talking.
Edward G. Robinson?
Yeah.
Or is it more Cagney? Edward G. Robinson. Yeah, she. Yeah.
Not quite.
All
Goes
right.
back into her room. 3 more panels down, smacks the side, off pops the panel, starts punching in a code that you still can't see,
She's not looking right now. She's distracted.
opens that one, pulls out a set of volumes about this thick, pops it down, starts paging through as fast as she can, seeing if she can find any more details on this particular individual.
While she's doing that, she's going to try, Alex is going to try and find through the street cameras around the crystal footage of this individual.
Okay. You, takes you about 30 to 40 minutes, simply because you're not quite sure where they might have been, time frame thereof, but you do end up finding further downtown towards Old Town, you start finding clips of him walking. And then you see right outside the old Embers building.
What you described to them.
Exactly what you, yeah.
Oh, well, this is interesting. Wind it back and show her. That's the guy.
Oh, I've seen that trick before.
Goes back to looking through the books.
Don't want this in our city, Ellie. That's like
agreed.
That's as bad as Sabat times 5. No,
Didn't I just say I agreed?
I know.
So any luck finding?
You do. You find actually mentions of certain types of demons, which, I mean, really, when you get down to it, what is a demon but a fallen angel?
Yep.
You start getting into celestials and what celestials and the avenging angels started looking into, and started how they, at the turn of the world, certain ones came down and fell. And one in particular, there were two technically in particular, and they seemed to be the light and the dark of each side of them. And one was almost a glowing individual, while the other one was so dark as to not even cast a reflection at times. And they both had the ability to grow up to a third more their height, and had the ability to create certain types of shadows and disappear into shadow or disappear into sunlight as they moved, basically at will.
Okay. Hey, bring me the Polaroid camera. It's in the cupboard on top of the fridge.
She goes, gets it, walks it in.
Thank you. Takes pictures of said pages.
Okay.
Puts the books back, slams the covers, puts the pictures in.
Where'd you get that put in? That was neat.
I put that in for Thera. Why do you think I do the code ahead of time?
Gotcha. You could have blown her ass up. But, yeah, I like the tower. Never mind.
Honey, what do you think I took out of there before I put the books in?
That's my girl.
Now go put this back. I'm too short.
She goes and puts the camera back.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. So meet up with Trinisa.
Okay. I have no idea what this is. What do you have in your books?
Let's go down to the office then.
All right.
Down we go.
Follow you down.
Make sure I'm the one that opens the door because it's warded, of course.
Of course.
In we go. This is so far outside of me. This is so far outside of my wheelhouse. I don't know what book I'm looking at.
All right. What exactly do you have on your bookshelves as far as history goes?
Okay, well, let's start taking a look. Go through all the books that Uncle Alex gave me because I'm slowly but surely kind of starting to sort them out by subject, as it were. All right.
She goes over to the opposite side and starts going through.
Okay, so, I don't have a copy of that in the Iron Book of the Red Bridge.
No, we're not looking for that.
Okay, no, grab that. Well, here's one on demonology. Yeah.
That might help.
Could be worth. Let's see. That was no sort of werewolf that I've ever seen, so we're going
Nope.
to leave that section alone.
Look for angels.
Angels,
What's a demon?
the manifestation of sin and corruption.
What's a demon?
The manifestation of sin and corruption.
Where did they come from? She's considering to go ahead and flip through everything.
Are you talking about like a devil?
Where did they come from?
Fuck. Fine.
She whips around, she looks at you, and she's like,
What? Okay, so
seriously? You don't know the etymology of angels and demons?
so a devil is the fallen angels. That's the ones that make the contracts, right? Why?
You
Wait a
do
minute.
understand that they are different sides of the same coin. They all came from the original.
All right, she's putting her D&D books
you're
back
hopeless.
on the shelf. Fine. Grabs. Okay. Fine.
Looks at you.
She put okay, so she
Give me the
puts
demonology book.
she puts her D&D books away and grabs the demonology books. Thump.
All
Red
right.
Book of the Iron Bridge. Thunk.
Starts flipping through.
Whatever books on angels that she's got. Thunk. All right, let's start with page.
I'm gonna calls up.
Computers.
I need something to drink. This is bad. About 20 minutes later, you hear a knock on the door.
Walk up, open it. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay.
So do you still need me?
No, I think I got it. Pretty sure.
See, now I'm curious.
What are you talking
I'm not talking over the phone about this.
Where are you hiding?
Down in the basement at Montgomery.
Cool. We'll be there in about 10.
All right. See you then.
We'll go for a ride.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I'm done with the shit I gotta do here.
Okay, so I'm flipping through the books.
I need to parse all this crap anyway.
Perfect. So while you guys are doing that, Lancaster,
Yes.
you arrive at Montgomery Park. It's mostly quiet. Few lights are on, but mostly quiet, which is good. No excitement is good. Means that things are well in hand.
No news is good news.
Exactly. You go upstairs to your office or to
Oh no, I'll go straight to the. Well, depending on when the prince told me to show up, I'll go straight to the prince's meeting area, wherever his office.
his office?
Yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't want to go to his private chambers. That'd just be
Weird.
a little weird.
Hi.
You invited me in.
Step into my parlor.
So
And the spider to the fly.
he opens up his door. Oh, good. Come on in.
So
Closes the door. So, I'm assume that you have questions.
oh, nothing that would. I mean, I understand that you and your sire have issues, so that's just normal for me. If you ever wanted to discuss those issues, I'd be more than happy to be your ear, your consigliere in these kind of areas.
Roll for me wits and awareness, please.
So there we go. And well, I got what's a success? 6 or better?
6 or better.
Okay, so that means 1 success.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the way you said that's very honest.
Oh, buddy.
Oh no.
The lights are dim.
Rocks fall, everybody dies.
Well, or at least one person.
The lights are dim, so it takes you a little bit to notice that the prince has done a little bit of decorating in his room.
Okay. Well, what's unusually different?
There's an awful lot more art on the walls.
Excellent.
Literally.
Excellent.
Literally
Oh, is it?
on the walls.
Oh. So not. I bought a painting and hang it. I used my poop and smeared it. Hey, it's all art. I'm not one to judge. I'm not here to lay. I am not an art critic. I am a supporter of the arts, whatever the medium.
I have missed you so fucking much.
What?
Oh, my side hurts now.
It's all art. It's okay.
Y'all, I need to go ahead and roll for composure.
I failed.
Okay.
Okay.
Ink, mostly.
Yeah.
Differing shades. As you sit and he sort of fusses around with things, you start to actually notice that a lot of what you see are roses of varying size, poetry, sketches, and then you see the portrait. No one you've ever seen. Lovely woman, dark, majestic hair. She's looking back over his shoulder. And then you notice that every single curve, every single what looks to be a pen stroke is actually words. It's a portrait made out of poetry.
No, but my prince, I see you've been embellishing.
Oh,
The
yeah.
artwork is staggering. I know I don't have an eye for this the way you do, but it is inspiring.
Don't be.
Oh no. I mean, it's kind of like when they started putting little words on dollar bills and you had to look really close to see them. You could see the art in that. And this is little words and little lines. And it's just majesty. And of course, I know that I can't see it the same way you do. And I know you probably are a little critical of your own work.
This is 150 years of torture.
Broad strokes then. Broad strokes. So 150 years. That's it. Was this culmination of torture, the order to kill your sister?
Yeah, about that.
Or did it take that long to execute such an order?
I never touched her.
Well, I know. But my point is that getting it out is good. This is a start to expressing how you feel. It'll make you a better prince.
Don't sass me.
It's already working.
Look, I get it. I already know pretty much everything that's happened since the council put me on the throne, and I get the reason why. And that's fine. I'm not a leader. I'm comfortable being a face. And I don't expect to be anything more than that.
Why not? It's clear you can be so much more.
Can and willing to. Two different things.
I can agree to that. Drive and ambition is important, but you have the passion. Freed from whatever shackles you may hold, you can be an effective leader. I have every confidence in that. You have a talented group of individuals who support you, and I would do nothing but continue to do so.
So were you in on this whole thing of continually dosing me or not?
No, I was not. That was something that was happening long before you were actually elevated to the throne. And in all honesty, it was something that made you a good candidate for the throne. Aliana had her way with you and therefore enjoyed that sort of control. She's that type of person. But I've done nothing but ensure your good name to the other cities of the Camarilla, making sure that they understand that you are in charge. I've done what I should do as a harpy, which is sing.
Fair. Were you ever released?
By my sire?
Yes.
Of course.
How did that go?
There comes a time when you know it will happen. And there comes a time when you grow so desired and so wanting of it to happen that you start overstepping your bounds. And for people like my broodmates, I have many brothers and my sister, they all knew when it was going to happen, but they did nothing. I, on the other hand, was one of those people who, believe it or not, overstepped my boundaries and started doing things on my own without permission, without instruction. And that caused trouble. It caused pushback from my father. And I'll be honest, the only thing that released me from my sire was his death. That's when I knew that he had no more control over me. That wasn't a shackle I broke, but it was a broken shackle. And once that was lifted, I was able to move on, make more money, make more connections, increase my power base, increase my wealth, not just in monetary means, but also political power, agency. And for you, I can see breaking these kind of shackles as being a way to intensify the colors of your art.
I've been thinking about that of late. How one might break that shackle, as it were.
Well, the first thing you need to do is identify where the shackles are. So, are you self-shackled, or did somebody shackle you?
Good question.
You know how elephants work, right? Baby elephants in a circus, they have these huge chains on them that don't let them move very far. And then eventually as they get older, they kind of understand, I feel a tug, I can't move very far. So you have these huge beasts tied with flimsy pieces of rope to pegs that are barely driven into the ground. Because as soon as they feel a tug, they stop. They know better. And even if that is loose enough for them to step out of, they just keep standing there until somebody takes it off and says they can move. Now, you seem like one who considering the parties of old, we're definitely a mover and a shaker. But have you been moving and shaking in one space because of some imagined rope?
Good talk.
Is there anything else, my prince?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Or back up. Turn around, pitch the door, close it gently.
Perfect. All right. You guys arrive.
Okay.
She's got the Polaroids in her pocket, by the way.
No, I do.
Oh, you have them? Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
well,
take care of
somebody-
She wasn't going to let you hold
Polaroids. I want to see.
doorbell. Oh, unless it's
I look down.
basementing.
I'll look down from the balcony.
Oh, you're back.
Yes.
Everybody sort of alive?
Yeah. Everything's okay. At least as it can be.
Everything okay?
He has a flare.
Ah, you saw the artwork.
I did. Grand. I didn't get to read it all, though, but I'm confident he's in control as best as he can be.
We're working on it.
You're going to have to tell me more about this Fiona person.
She's only just has this evil.
You can go up and have the conversation. I gotta go talk to the girls.
I'm going to go with you if you don't.
Okay. You seen Trinisa?
Oh, not since I arrived, no. I assume she's around somewhere doing Trinisa things.
The amount of stuff she said she might be in the basement.
Okay, I'm going to my office.
Okie dokie.
All right. So, you guys
Basement.
head down to the basement.
Look for something long and pokey. Tap the door with that. Don't want to get myself.
You don't want to get your ass blown up again?
Not that dumb.
Poke poses. You expecting anything?
Yeah. Open the door.
Fine, I'll go and open the door.
What you got for me?
Oh, there you are. Well,
Oh,
come on
good.
in.
Come on in.
Is this a speak friend and enter scenario?
George Michael. Anyways, walks in.
That works.
Yeah, come
You
on.
know I don't have faith. Follows after you.
But are you ever going to dance again?
My guilty feet don't have rhythm.
Mine do.
You didn't have rhythm before you got guilty.
Also wasn't Catholic. What's your point?
Fair.
Yes,
What you got for me?
but I can be your father figure. Anyway,
God.
I thought you
No,
left
I'm
that
still
side of the
hunting
course.
for that asshole. Pops down next to Trinisa. What you got?
Hi.
shh. Have you seen the video for this? Then
There's video.
Video
Yeah.
For what?
bring it up.
Okay. And you see...
What is that?
Oh, you
what,
have a demon.
A what?
Yeah.
D.
I can
Mud.
fucking spell.
Wait a minute.
No. What
She
is?
connects it. She's all. She basically instructs you through the thing to cart it back to where she first found it.
Okay.
Stuff that you hadn't seen yet.
Back it up,
Yeah,
back
go
it
back
up.
to here.
Kick back and shh, winding. Okay, searching. Sing.
So is that your little short Muppet fucker?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You've
Pulled out
seen
the Polaroid and
this
passed
thing
them to
before.
Trinisa.
You've
Your
seen
eyes
this thing
only.
before.
I've met it.
Okay.
What is it?
A demon. At least half demon.
Well, half demon's actually easier to go ahead and deal with than a whole demon.
Yeah, there's no killing a demon
I'm
per
not
se.
sure yet about that one yet.
Well, let's see. Yep.
I will tell you this.
Beginning to think I
It's
should
in
never.
town to hunt.
I should never have left Liverpool.
Okay, so how do you know about it?
Yeah. How do you know about it?
Because apparently her Spicy McSpicerson is related to it.
Seriously?
The what? The one you've been getting high off of.
From what I understand, It's Rook's half brother.
Okay, hang on. I need a drink for this.
Okay.
Okay, so I know I've been a little vague as to what's going on with
A
Rook.
little.
Shush.
Do I quiz you about your pet?
No, she's just forthcoming about it.
You were saying?
I've been trying to figure out what Rook was for a while. I had suspicions. I got confirmation last Saturday.
By the way, I owe Mort $20.
Yeah. You owe me 10.
Thought it was a changeling type thing.
There's... It's all right, I originally was leaning towards Changeling too, but
Same. Anyway.
their brother is apparently their manager, but is also non-consensually forcing them to aid in their hunt.
So, what demon version of Britney Spears?
More like Brittany's parents.
Man, it's getting toxic, isn't it?
Demonic conservatorship.
In fact, oh, you're not there. I'm not there.
Meta Pigeons knows what?
It's all about the contract. It's all about the contract.
Now, I was content to, actually content isn't the word. I was not going to dig too deep into it until I heard about what it's doing.
Okay.
We can't have a demon in our city.
No, we
No
cannot.
shit.
We have enough issues.
Yeah, we do.
Just glad that Lancaster isn't down here.
Yeah, he's upstairs.
Oh,
Now, that said,
Oh shit.
they're
Uh-oh.
the traveling circus type scenario. It's not really a circus. But they're in town for another couple days, and they're supposed to be moving on to the next site. I don't know when they will be back. I know I'm going to need to talk to Rook about this. It was implied very heavily that their relationship is non-consensual. And as we all know, sing along if you know the words, kids. Consent is king.
indeed. Gross.
So yeah, so I got back from my date and started doing some research. Forewarned is forearmed, and if I'm going to go on a hunt, I want to know what I'm hunting.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair.
Forgive the particular phrasing, but I'm not going to suffer a demon in my fucking city.
I don't blame you. She flips to a page. That's the one.
What, you find it?
Well, in the best parlance that I've been able to pick around here, they're technically known as, this particular flavor of demon is known as a malefactor, as it were. They like to prey on people.
It's the MO.
There's an awful lot of promises that are made and
Yeah, if I remember.
that are eaten. It's nasty.
If I remember,
nasty.
correctly, malefactors also, they like to make things.
Well, obviously they knew what I was when I walked in the door.
Oh, yeah, they know. Yeah. We smell different.
Yeah, so did he.
Well, I mean, it's up to you. they're your girlfriend, keep partner.
Joy friend.
Thank you.
Dr. Feelgood.
I need to make a phone call in a minute.
Okay.
But yeah. Since you are already, so y'all are already doing some research, can you look into weaknesses and best way to kill?
I can certainly
Or
try.
at the very least, banish?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can do that.
right.
Not a problem.
Finally, something I'm good at. All my investigations.
You've got all of Alex's books here, right? That he gave you.
All the ones he gave me, yeah. They're all down here.
Where's your leather covered ones?
That way.
There's my volume 4.
Yeah.
That's the one you want. It's going home with me.
Okay. That's fair.
You don't need that one. It's got an odd texture to it. Don't ask. You don't want to know.
I'm gonna go get myself some gloves.
Here.
Thank you.
It's got what you need, though.
I'll be back in a minute.
Yep.
And she's going to go up to her office, close and lock the door,
Okay.
kick on the static barrier,
All right.
and make a phone call.
Okay.
I'm looking over Trinice's shoulder.
You really don't want to read that one.
Don't want to read that one. The text seems to shift as you look at it. It's very uncomfortable.
There's a reason I took a Polaroid and brought those. No, you don't get to read those either.
Smart.
All right.
Some things you don't want to know. Plausible deniability. You don't want Diana to light you on fire as soon as she sees you.
Fire, bad, tree, pretty.
Well, all of that is going on. Let's see here. So you make a phone call.
I'm going to call Rook.
Okay. Hello?
Hey, you got a minute?
Yeah, hold on. You hear some shuffling. Door opens. Door closes. Hey, what's up?
Are we completely alone?
As alone as I can get, yeah.
We need to talk about your brother, babe.
It's probably safer not on the phone.
Can you meet out of his presence in a location he cannot monitor?
I think so. Give me 30 minutes. Where do you want to meet?
I'm going to give one of the addresses to one of the bolt holes that's underground
Okay,
and warded.
excellent. She's like, okay, I will find that.
Meet you there in, say, 40 minutes.
Works perfectly. I'll see you then.
Appreciate it.
And with that, we are going to take a break. And we'll see you back here in about 10 minutes. Thank you so much for joining us for part 2. Here we are. And when we left off before the break, we had some researching going on. We had a discussion between Lancaster and the Prince. And there was going to be a meetup between Alex and Brooke. So,
Before I head off to that, I'm going to open up one of my main phone. Mm-hmm. Going to choose the share location option.
okay.
Share it with Allie with a note that says, if you don't hear from me in 3 hours, send the cavalry.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to walk out.
All right. Excellent. So,
Put all that investigation dots to work.
Trinisa's still digging through stuff. She's like, oh, we may have a problem.
No. Bigger than the one we've already got.
It's not a malefactor.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but it's not a malefactor. Wait,
Well,
didn't Alex say that he was like super smarmy?
Yep.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this is bad.
Oh, let me see. Slide over.
But like an actual devil.
Point.
Slides it over. It's a devil.
A llamas? Llamas, is that llamas?
It's a devil.
Yeah.
They're like contractors. They
That's what I was saying.
Sorry, I'm not there.
they
Point over at my D&D book. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
not like that.
Anyway, so this is the one. This
She's young. She hasn't dealt with them yet.
okay. So
Technically, neither have I.
we have. Oh,
You don't find them in London.
you don't find
usually.
much. You don't find much of anything in London since the SI cleared it out.
Yeah. No, this is not. They bargain.
Well, like Faust.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I actually read that play once.
It's a good play.
Yes, it is.
Candle, book and bell, backwards and forwards, send Faustus to hell. Yes, I was in that play.
Might have pigeon side.
Sorry.
Anyway, so while you continue to dig through things,
Digging through things. Yes.
Lancaster, what are you doing?
Well, at this point, I'm appreciating. Apparently, it was a basket of goodies. It was like a hello, a welcome gift.
Indeed.
That was in the area. I was hoping there might be a card or something.
There is actually a card.
and then maybe there was a contact number in there somewhere.
There is indeed a contact number as well.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Would you like a description of what's all in,
Yeah,
in the
actually,
basket?
that would be really fun.
Okay.
Excellent.
It is essentially a Montana gift basket of Huckleberry products that and it's a large enough amount that you could generously bestow to your
To his
people.
He's got all those people.
Your retainers.
To your retainers. It is also set with a belt buckle, a bolo tie because you never know, cufflinks, and one or two other pieces of Montana silversmiths.
Ooh, I
You
like
are
their
also
stuff.
presented with about 5 rare YOLO sapphires,
Okay. Yeah, Montana's good for sapphire hunting.
a,
yes, they
a
are.
handful of garnets, and
He spilled his little Montreal.
and we're talking. There are a couple of large rough garnets so that you could go get them cut. Then there's also about 5 cut, and a little gift card that says, "Should you like them set? Here are the 3 artists that, granted they are far away in Montana, they will take care of however you would like them set."
There's a number.
Thank you very much. Thank you for letting me enter your city, Fiona Coulter. Number.
Well, I'll go ahead and dial the number for I'll sit at the desk, pick up the rotary phone. I can do this the old-fashioned way.
You're doing it the 20th century.
I know. This is so late 20th century.
Yep, it's like 1970 going on right here.
For all you Gen Z and Gen Alpha types, way back in the old days,
Back when I was your age, we had
get on my goddamn virtual lawn.
We liked
Anyway,
it.
So I got
So yeah, I'll just ring up the phone real quick.
Hello,
Hello, is this Fiona Coulter?
this is. How can I help you?
Well, I received a wonderful package. My name is Lancaster Harrison. I received a wonderful package full of wonderful gifts here, and I was hoping that you'd be making your way over to the Montgomery Ward Center rather quickly.
Ward.
I'm sorry. I was so
Full
so
1970.
1960s at that point. At the Montgomery building.
I had no active plans to go there this evening, but if you would like to meet up, I'm more than happy to.
I would enjoy your presence.
Okay.
Yes, please. As a harpy of the city, I demand that you come talk to me.
Thank you for the invitation. What
you.
time would you like me there so that you have?
As soon as possible.
Okay.
Because these things we must discuss in the basket cannot wait.
Okay. Not a problem. I will head there directly.
Excellent. All right, so you are on your way. Where are you coming from? From your home?
I am actually coming from the offices at the Badlands because I have been doing boring paperwork.
Oh, okay. So it's only going to take you about 15 minutes to get there, really.
Would you like to know my boring paperwork?
I would love to know your.
Awesome.
Yes, please.
So, as part of the things that I talked about, what I was doing in the city, I am settling up with my legal crew the 501(c) that is an artist support housing and stipend.
Nice.
That is going to go with the housing unit that I have for my artists, and then my undergrounds for my non-human artists. And then I'm also getting a 501(c) community support set up, and that is a separate building that is what I had talked about, helping the houseless people in the Chinatown and kind of Badlands neighborhoods, so that I can help them get whatever kind of support they need, housing, medical, setting up a community garden so that we teach them how to do stuff, and then setting up job training programs, which is going to be essentially how I staff Badlands and pay them.
Excellent.
So giving people an opportunity to have housing, get money, get to a place where they're stable, and if they want to move into their own space,
So be it.
so be it.
Okay. Excellent. All right. So while you are finishing up the paperwork, it's probably going to take you just basically dotting I's, crossing T's, that type of thing. So probably another,
J's.
20, 30 minutes, and then you'll head over there. So roughly in about an hour, you'll be able to go ahead and make your way over. Okay. What are you doing?
I am helping Trinisa with all of her investigations, and I rolled 5 successes with 2 criticals.
So that's
Seven total successes.
Successes. Okay.
Yes, and that wasn't
Actually, no,
even.
wait, that's 8. You said 4 with 2 critical?
No, 3 with 2 critical.
3, okay. You're
Oh wait, I did. Oh wait, I forgot to throw my occult on there too, just for shits and giggles. No, I didn't get that one. So whatever.
3 with 2 crits.
3 with 2 crits. Yeah,
that's
that's
5.
5. No, 7.
No, that's 5. 2 equal 4. If you only got 3 successes, 2 were crits.
I got 3 successes plus 2 crits.
Okay, then yes, 7.
7.
1 plus 2 plus 1
Numbers.
plus 1.
Yes.
No. Even if that was, it would be 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1, not 1 plus 2 plus 8.
All right.
Oh
I'm gonna go
yes.
home and sleep with my wife.
So in your research, what you find is there are several different flavors of demon. There are ones that do healing and disease. There are ones that are specifically artificers. There are ones that are more Faustian in nature. There are ones that are those who basically sort of destroy, eat, gobble, eat, chew, devour type of things.
Devours, yeah.
There are ones who look at everything in the world as something to be conquered. There's just, different types of them. In the description that Alex has provided to you about this guy, what little that she provided to you, you're pretty sure, and Trinisa's pretty sure that what this is a devil. They are a Faustian type of demon who utilizes their sort of car salesman,
They're Riz.
as the kids are putting it now, the Riz.
There is.
If you have to preface it with "as the kids are saying," you're too old to say it.
Their charisma is such that they can basically talk their way into convincing whomever it is that they feel is going to be a good fit into doing whatever it is that they want them to do. And having them like it, not just accept it, but look forward to it. You know, the old adage of we're not just going to tell you to go to hell, but you're going to look forward to the trip. That's this guy.
Boy.
They're considered more of like the because they're the Faustian version, they're more legal type
The
of
legalistics, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the contract.
Here's
This
the
is everything
contract,
that you're
this is
bound
everything
to.
that you're bound to. If you say something the wrong way, they're going to take it literally. So if you say, "Man, I'd give my eye teeth for that," done.
And you find yourself with gaps in your bite.
Gaps in your grill.
It makes being a
So
vampire
you need
very
to be
difficult.
very careful. And with most demons, as you're reading through all of this, you're finding that with most demons, you need to be very careful about what you say.
Yeah.
I mean, supernatural creatures being how they are in general anyway, you need to be careful about what kind of deals you enter in with them, what kind of relationships you enter in with them, how you're going to present yourself.
What shit have you got yourself into?
How you're going to go ahead and move forward with whatever type of relationship you choose to have with them. You have to be very aware of what it is that you're doing.
Careful what you wish for.
Careful what you wish
I
for.
just
Yep.
might get it.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what you are finding out now about all of these things that you really didn't have any idea was even a thing.
I mean, I knew things go bump in the night, but this is,
You were the thing that went bump in the night.
yeah. Now I'm the thing worrying about the thing going bump in the night. Yeah.
Now there are things that make bigger bumps.
And you're moving
Yes.
in.
Yep. I was the Baba Yaga. This is what comes to kill the Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga is something completely different, and we might go into that. in chapter
John
3.
Wick.
Even that was wrong.
Anyway, so while you are doing more research,
I'm going to arrive slot ahead of time.
okay,
Going to make sure that a couple escape routes are functional should I need them,
all right,
and still well hidden.
okay,
And I'm just gonna, not that I know if it'll work or anything, right? But I've got a thing of holy water next to me. I've got a couple things that should push away evil things,
okay,
and just sitting there waiting,
okay.
having conversations with myself in my head.
That's sort of a normal life for you anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, So, what are you doing?
Well,
She's in the room with Trinita
yeah,
and
but
I.
she's going to do a little more detail, see if she can pinpoint exactly which one is. So, here, pull out my successes and I'll pull out the dead ones. That was the dead.
That one's
Okay.
a dead.
Yeah,
Those 4 are success. That's a crit.
Look, gamer, you don't just roll a d20.
right.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, that's the rest are fails.
Those are, yeah.
Those are all fails. You cannot reroll the blood die if you use a
Nope.
willpower. 5 with a crit.
Yeah, we'll roll 2 more.
Okay, with willpower.
Yep.
And 6 with a crit.
So that's a 7.
No,
Just
You only
6.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No, it's only 7 if there's 2. It's only if there were 2 of them, then you
If
would.
you had 2
Okay.
crits, it would double. To,
Okay,
Yeah.
so 6.
All right.
6 with crit.
My big hand didn't help me much.
Oh, you know. So what did you want to know?
If I could pinpoint which
So
one he is.
He is a Faustian flavor of devil. So they are specific to making contracts,
Right.
pawning people, that type of thing.
Can I find which one or which part of?
That is the which one.
Okay.
Filters
can't,
down into.
can't figure out the
You're
name
looking
or
for a
nothing.
true name.
You're looking for a true name of who he individually is.
Yeah.
You don't
Nope.
know.
I get nothing.
You've got a book that outlines generic information and a videotape. That's what you got.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go bug Lancaster for a minute.
Okay.
Are you leaving the lab
Yeah, I'll
then?
let you two have fun.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Fair. All right. You go upstairs.
Knock a couple doors.
I'll press a button. Usually it lets the door open or something like that. It's when you don't have people in the room. You can press a button that does the same thing.
You hear
Your
a
buttons
click.
of people. Cool.
Yeah. You hear a click as the door unlocks.
Walk in, close the door quietly.
Oh,
Saunter right on up to the desk, sits down.
how can I help you today?
Got a couple of questions. One, you've been here longer than I have.
Yes.
When was the last time we had demonic problems?
I mean, usually pretty common.
Demonic.
Yeah.
Devil.
Like church preachers, those kind of things.
No.
They always happen. The people, I mean, there's been a large amount of charismatic individuals in the city over the last 100 years.
You've read Faust.
Well, yeah, it's a
When
great
was
story.
the last time we had one of those in here?
An author,
No.
a wizard, a mage,
Faustian devil.
a devil, like in the story,
Yeah.
in the made-up, fabricated story, the fiction story of a guy who sells
How
his
much
soul.
fiction is based on something in reality?
Oh, well, I mean, I'll be the first one to tell you that possession is 9/10 of the lore. But when
When
it
was the
comes,
last time we had a mega lawyer?
I
Like,
don't even
would eat
believe.
your soul mega lawyer?
I honestly don't believe in their existence, so I can't tell you.
Okay.
And besides, you know how it is. Everybody thinks they're possessed in one way or another. They get some kind of ritual done by some charismatic person, and then suddenly they're freed, and then they have to go back on drugs.
Remember who I'm talking to.
This is also, Portland.
This explains
Right.
so much.
But otherwise, yeah, I mean, demons, they're not real. They're allegories. They're metaphors. They're not real.
Neither are we.
Oh, no, we're very real.
So are they.
No. There's no proof.
So if I showed you proof, would you believe it?
Well, let's be honest. If you showed me proof, I'd probably give you a much better reason why it's not a demon.
Let me see your computer.
Honesty's honest.
Sorry?
Can I access your computer for a second, please? May I?
I don't have one in this room.
He's got people for that.
Hold on. Goes to her office, brings back a laptop, sets it down, accesses her computer, pulls up the video.
Okay.
Do you have the 256-bit authentication key to get into my machine?
Set it up.
I mean, I give you access to the shared server, yes.
I can always help if you need.
Both of them? Yeah.
Which that information is. Well, actually, no. The
Yeah.
the CCTV.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have access to
Yeah.
that.
Shows him the video from outside Badlands. What's that?
I don't know. Hold on for a second. He picks up his phone. does a little bit of tapping, looks at it, looks at tapping on the phone, and I don't know, is this AI representation pretty accurate?
What's it kick up?
It kicks up basically something that looks an awful lot like Slender Man.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that looks real. That looks real. I mean,
Big feats. It's the big
Wow.
feats.
Okay,
Yeah.
but this is from the actual city cameras. That is AI.
oh, well, yeah, but filters?
It's not just a river in Egypt.
But there is one that runs
Needless
through.
to say, we may have a small.
A demon running around the city.
Well, it's not a fucking fairy.
Well, yeah, they don't exist either. I mean, werewolves, that's one thing, but, you know.
If werewolves and vampires exist, the odds of demons and fairies existing pretty high.
No, not really.
Okay. Papist.
Excuse me? I am not a papist, thank you very much.
That's a deadly insult to most Protestants. Thank you very much.
Yes,
Fighting words.
I am, you're young. I
Really?
believe you
Really?
must be young because you
Really?
don't understand.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so,
I know what'll get under your skin,
no.
band.
oh,
And you aren't much older than I am.
okay. All right, okay, all right, okay.
Needless to say, we got a problem.
Yes. So
And I was
what's the
wondering if you
problem
knew
exactly?
when the last time something like this may have occurred in the area.
I don't know. Check local servers for AI generation and see when it might have popped up. I don't know. Do your computer hacking thing. But, I mean, no, as far as I know, there have been no demons in the city ever. But I'm sure there's always a demon somewhere because that stuff makes good money.
Oh, speaking of money.
Yeah, what's up?
So, there's a certain cranky old man who's gone off of the radar.
Would he be the same guy who likes to, write in the...
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Plays Luther. Okay.
So, I can't believe I'm asking this. What would you require if I were to borrow about $1 million?
Well, that's an interesting question because the way you phrased that implied that you would pay it back.
That's why I'm asking what it would require as potential payment. I'm a little cash poor at the moment.
Well, you are Nosferatu.
Yeah, well, the stock market's kind of taking a shit.
Well, gold. But you are Nosferatu. There are always things that can be done from the shadows that I'm sure that can be done by people like you. I mean, knowledge of computers is outstanding. We've already seen that from time to time. But if you were just able to do something for me, in the way of, I don't know, how are you at maybe kidnapping and, forcefully taking people from one place to another against their will?
Human or otherwise.
Otherwise. Oh, and they will be fast. They'll probably run away.
Do I look like Spot?
I don't know. I'm just asking you your capabilities. If you want to give me an answer, I might be able to give you some money.
Not rather inclined to kidnap non-kind.
I'm not
just
willing.
because they are a little harder to keep under control.
Just also not willing to send out loans without collateral. You said 5 million, right?
No, just $1 million.
Oh, just $1 million. I'm sorry. I tend to multiply everything by 5 nowadays.
I mean,
Inflation.
I could use $5 million, but I'm not going to ask for $5 million.
Oh.
Right now, I have to pay somebody to find that cantankerous old shitbag.
What kind of a problem is he? causing. If he's just writing in margins.
Disappeared.
Yeah, and I mean, people disappear all the time.
Not that asshole.
Oh, I doubt. I can't judge him. So, but if you need to find him, if it's your prerogative to do so, then I'm more than happy to help. But, yeah, I may need services rendered for relocating individuals if I need them.
Do you have an example of said individual so I know whether or not I'd be willing to handle this one?
Well, in this case, it's probably going to be a toreador. So unless you have anything against roughing up a toreador or roughing up, you know, or,
Sorry, that's my under voice.
No, it isn't. But so, you know, I mean, I don't want to play on stereotypes at all, but you know, it seems like somebody like yourself would be more than happy to go ahead and. Well, I mean.
Do you have a specific one in mind?
Yeah, but I haven't located them yet, so I'll give you a ring when it happens. But of course, it'd be on a future date.
Care to share who the target would be?
No. For collateral here, you know, see, that would actually, you know, reduce the price that I'm giving you because that's information. Information's much more expensive than any amount of money, right? Miss Nosferatu?
Well, if you want to pay me more money.
Well, no, I would be charging you less to give you the information because money plus information is worth your services. But
No, if you want to give me more money, I'll stop asking.
no. But if you can do this kidnapping for me, if it comes down to it, see the problem is it's more of an if. So I'm asking you for an iffy favor, for you know as a guarantee against the $1 million I'm about to sign over to you.
Done.
I love working with Nosferatu. Gets my blood pumping a little. All right, so then.
At least something's popping.
All right, so let's see here. Where do you need it wired?
Standard bank account. Just slides the numbers.
Well, for you, probably a Western Union.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. So
You kidding? I've got 3 accounts with Citi and a couple with Chase.
thanks for telling me. Account numbers?
Slides one over.
Okay, thank you. One moment. And then he pulls out his phone, taps in a couple of things, and I'm sure you'll see something happening soon. It takes a while for these kind of monetary transactions to be washed and eventually get to where they need to go. And you need to do it in certain amounts, otherwise the federal government
Hit
likes to
send.
watch you. Oh no, I've already hit send. That was done a few moments ago. But yeah. So anything else I can do for you?
What did you really think of Jonathan's artwork?
Oh Jesus. Oh, God. Guy fucking lost it, didn't he? He went off the deep end, and I think he's coming back from it. But damn,
He's coming back different.
that's fine. I don't mind it.
Like
I like
a
it.
lot different.
Good. That's what I want to see in my prints. I don't want to have a Pinot anymore. No. I want a nice, good, strong, robust prints. And yeah, I didn't like the prints in name only. And besides, if he can stand up to any of us, then that's already a step in the right direction. I want a strong, solid Camarilla-based prints, and he's shaping up quite favorably to that. How about his whole the leash thing that you had going with him? Has that been removed?
Oh, that was removed months ago.
Oh, cool. Okay, excellent. Okay, all right. So,
That was about 2 months before he cracked.
oh,
The only thing I've been giving him was Xanax when he was freaking out.
Xanax is.
It's a anti-anxiety.
Oh, okay. So,
I
good
mean, I
on
may
you.
have passed him some acid once or twice, but that was without the leash.
Okay. Well, then at this point, yeah, I think he's doing just fine. So he's doing great. He's, at least from everything I've seen, I think he's being a toreador. For what it's worth. But like I said, it takes time for this money to be rolled over. Got to go through Bitcoin, all that kind of good stuff.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, you got to wash
You know
it.
the environmental impact of that shit, right?
I mean, come on. No, not something we have to worry about in our lifetime.
Well, we may not have to worry about it in our lifetime. You still have to depend on a food source, right?
Yeah, don't worry. They'll just get concentrated. Well, that's for another
Less
time
picking?
and place.
Less pickings.
Don't worry about it. I don't.
I know you don't. Needless to say, I'm giving you the heads up. We've got a bit of a problem in town, and yeah.
Demons.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Sure. But I hope you enjoy your Slender Man, and
He's just patted you on the head and sent you on your way.
enjoy your cash, and hope you have some kind of results soon. It's getting awfully expensive chasing an old man across Europe.
No shit.
Yeah.
I've bankrolled the first half.
Oh, well, that's nice. We've got another investor coming in later anyway.
Okay.
Thank you.
I was going to say, if you need some help stealing some more money from the Saudis,
I don't steal.
well,
Meta
okay,
pigeon.
appropriating.
Lots of metavision. Okay.
Walks out the door and under the breath. Enjoy your cardinals.
I hate her so much.
Oh, God.
All the price of that meal.
Fiona, you arrived, and
I'm assuming he's got a buzz or something.
no, but there is a gentleman who is
Security desk.
who comes down. Ah, hello, Miss Fiona.
Yes.
So
hello.
nice to see you again. Hi, I'm George.
Nice to meet you, George.
I'm the bodiesman, as it were. Come along with me, and I'll go ahead and bring you out.
Is it okay for
gentleman's
me to
gentleman.
bring my
Yes,
staff?
That's
Thank you.
fine. I'll let him know. So you go up.
Crossing paths with George. Your boss is a dumbass.
Love you too.
High explosive velocity therapy shortly, George.
Excellent. Looking forward to it.
I'm gonna use his face.
Okay.
He's a bunch, we can dig it.
True. You're a knock at the door. Ah, sir. Miss Fiona Coulter and her two gentlemen.
I'll stand up and walk right over, and as you guys come in the room, Fiona, it's a wonder to meet you.
Thank you. It's very nice to meet you too.
Yes, I understand that you've had some already rocky times in our fair city here.
There were some surprises upon my arrival.
Well, please sit down. Do you need your men here, or would you?
Right now, yes.
Okay.
It is a matter of just.
George,
Yes, sir.
go ahead and make sure they're comfortable.
Of course, sir.
Please have a seat.
Thank you.
There's a lush, opulent couch sitting there. So,
And opulent it is.
Like, so here's where
Nice.
my.
your fabric nature comes in.
What period of furniture?
Oh, it'd probably be late 1800s.
Louis?
Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, more American.
Okay.
You know, probably American imitation, but
Okay.
but zhuzhed. So
Purple velour.
It's got that zhuzh.
Very cush.
Okay.
Deep
Like-
pile velvet type.
Early Victorian? Brain time period.
no, I think it's later than that. Yeah.
Okay.
Edwardian, probably.
More late Edwardian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it matters.
We have to remember. Well, everything was sourced locally, so it's Oregon wood, Oregon fabrics, Oregon textiles, but in the style of those people who understand things better. So it's the best of what we can do here with the knowledge of what's over there.
Well, and supporting the local economy no matter when it was.
Yes, yeah. Back then it was trees. Lots and lots of trees everywhere. Nowadays, not so much. But nonetheless, so tell me about your art.
My art?
Yes.
Cultivating.
Ooh.
I've, or at least that's what it's become, is I really have tried to help the local economies, because if the local economies are healthy, then food is plentiful.
I like the way you think.
And it is also less apparent when you have a large supply of food, you don't have to take as much.
Agreed. But thankfully nowadays, my supply of food is actually growing. So it's unusual, but it does happen. But so I assume that you are becoming more of a foster of the arts than an artist yourself?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. How's that working?
Would you like to know why I came here and what I'm doing?
Sure, go right for it.
Okay, so first and foremost, you know the Badlands Club that used to be what I remember was called Embers?
Oh, yes.
And so that has received a refurbishment, reinvigoration.
George,
And
did we move my chairs out of there?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
so, no, I made sure that it was a clean property.
Oh, good. Okay.
So, but then in support of that and in my efforts to support the local economy and artists, I have two major projects going on that are both run by 501(c)(3)s. One is an artist endowment for supporting housing and stipends. It is an apartment building complex that is above and below ground. That they're set up on a 2 months of work, gets 6 months of housing and a very generous stipend, so that they have time to come, get set up, work for a while, be able to have time to work on new contracts or go other places with a stable source of housing. There's transitional housing that is for guests that is a shorter term, which is a 2 month for about 2 weeks of work. And then I also have supportive housing for the community because of the large houseless population, working to get them set up with support, getting clean if they want to, job skills, house, like living skills, community growing gardens, and then job training, so that I have a reliable source of staffing for the Badlands, with which they get paid. They have housing, and just kind of getting people set up so that they can. This is what I'm aiming to do in the community.
Sounds remarkably nonprofit.
There is profit when I control. I am not a company town because I'm not making them buy everything from me, but in taking care of those things, we become more profitable in that there are more people drawn to the area. We clean up the areas and we get rid of the derelict areas. So we cut down on crime. We then draw more business to the area, which draws more people to the area, which makes it a lot easier to.
It sounds as if you're trying to push for a different view of what profit is.
It's for a little bit true heart.
A little capitalist heart.
Destroy capitalism.
I also understand. This is wonderful news. I think you'll be a great addition to the city.
What I don't think you're hearing is that if I am being so generous with how I take care of my people, they have money that they are not worrying about spending on the basic necessities. So for creature comforts, there is more money flowing into the economy.
Okay. Well, that I can understand.
Does that make you feel a little bit better about what I'm doing?
Yes.
UBI.
It's just that, I mean,
I can help the community without being greedy for myself.
is wonderful. So avant-garde.
I'm watching his soul just break.
Yeah.
Fracture.
But not in a way that he can really hate me for, because I'm not hurting him. I'm helping you.
See, I've just operated under the assumption that, this worked for the last 150 years, that debt is a new form of slavery.
I have two words for you. Tax haven.
Oh, okay.
You might have given him a small chub.
Okay.
Full on venture chubby.
Well, you are definitely a woman who's raising my interests.
By the way, just for description's sake, my Georges are just a little hotter than yours.
Yeah, they're about 6'7" and built.
Yoked.
Brick house,
Because again, Toreador, I like my world aesthetically pleasing.
That's fine. That's okay. Not everybody has the ability to strive for the aesthetic or have an importance for the aesthetic. George is a wonderful person.
Thank you.
He's taught me much about firearms and cell phones and things. So I cannot complain. Yeah. Sorry, George.
It's okay, sir.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Did you breed them?
No,
Oh,
I found
God, those
them.
are just normal? Those are naturals?
I came from Montana.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
we're
yeah,
big
okay.
Montana.
All right.
They were
well,
loggers.
Cowboys and loggers. Okay. But nevertheless, I
And they may
understand.
have been linemen for a short time. So they can climb a pole.
Just taking a nice deep inhale and just taking a nice deep inhale, trying to sense the amount of money in the room. Because, when you're having a focused feeding style, just you want to know who's in the room with money. No. I can acknowledge a scent coming off him. I know one's not coming off of George. What about these other two guys?
Ooh.
Do they have money?
They are decently well off. They are comfortable. They are not necessarily six figures comfortable, but they are not. They're not poor.
You keep them interested.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, outside of that, I also have discovered that you are apparently the sire of our fair prince.
I am. That was actually one of my surprises when I came into town. I was not expecting to see him.
Do you have a very laissez-faire attitude with your children?
Let's say that at this point it is complicated.
No, he has told me as much. Would you happen to know where Beatrice is located? He seems to be very concerned for her.
Yes.
Okay. He's, concerned for and concerned of her. So, as I understand it, you asked them to end each other's lives. Is there
And
any
that
truth to
was
that?
a very long time ago when I was young.
Did you ever rescind that order?
Well, he disappeared. So it's hard to do anything when you have no one to talk to.
Did you ever release him?
No. That also requires kind of that in-person.
Well, he's taken to making art in a fantastic form. Words, lines, imagery. But don't hold it against him. I'm not a real critic. I don't understand art. I understand its value, but I don't understand its aesthetics.
So you are not. Do you appreciate what he does? Even if you don't like it, for any art, if you don't like it, can you appreciate the time?
Oh yeah, it caused a certain amount of awe. Yeah, so I can appreciate it to that extent.
Can you describe it in more detail?
At first, it looks like chaos. Looks like deranged madman scribbling on a wall. But as you realize, it's not. The more you look at it, the more you study it, the more you see it, it eventually comes out that, lines are not just lines. They're words, they're sentences, they're intonations, poetry, all kinds of manner of things. Some of it stream of thought, some of it iambic pentameter. It's all in there in one way or another based on the colors or the emotions that he was trying to evoke. But like I said, I can understand the value of the art, but I can't understand the beauty of it. It's just not within my capability. But needless to say, I will be making sure to, when he looks to move his art, I'll preserve that room somewhere somehow. But it's a staple, the mechanism. But yeah, he's expressing himself in the only way he can. He's been very closeted, controlled, those kind of things. And it's sad to see, but he is coming out of that shell. I just hope he comes out of that shell in the way a baby chick does. It just comes out and it's weak for a second or two, and then it starts standing on its own and starts eating.
What I am willing to share at this time is that the Jonathan that I knew was not the Jonathan that I saw when I walked into that room.
So, okay. You saw the artwork?
No, I've not seen the artwork, but when I first came, I have not talked to Jonathan privately,
I gotcha.
which, due to the past, I understand.
Okay. Yeah. I think that...
When I first saw him, when I first came into a gathering, that is not the Jonathan that I knew.
Excellent. So he's grown?
No.
Well, don't worry. I think things will work out fine. I don't think he's...
The fire, the intelligence, and the independence that I knew him to be were not present.
I don't think he'll be fool enough to order your execution, but if he does, I don't think the city would go through with it. Just because you have permission to do a thing doesn't mean you will do a thing. But yeah, so oh no. Do we have a waiting room? I think we have a waiting. George, do we have a waiting room?
We don't, but we do have the front lobby area where we hold the receptions.
No.
Is there something that...
Oh, I was just wondering where it'd be. Do we have any empty offices?
Yes, on the third floor, sir.
All right, let's take you down there. Let's get you set up in an office downstairs.
For what purpose?
Just having a spot for yourself.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's just me being courteous.
Okay. I understand that I've come into a situation where I am trying to help the community, and there is...
Well, you need a spot to help them from, right?
I have offices out of the Badlands and out of my buildings.
Oh, well, all right.
It is more a matter of... I have a concern for my security and safety right now.
Okay, I understand that too.
So I very much appreciate the offer. I'm not trying to be discourteous. I am being very cautious.
It's a right amongst our people to offer hospitality when they can. So at this point, if you need anything, you can always reach out to me.
I will.
I believe that my phone number has now been in your
Yes.
phone number because of the way the phones work.
And I will say this, if you're willing to offer me space, I am happy to have some space here. I'm not going to guarantee that I'm going to spend a large amount of time there until I feel secure in being here.
Fair enough. I can't agree more. So, all right, but thank you very much for coming and thank you very much for this basket.
Oh.
I mean, it's full of gems.
Was it a satisfactory thank you for welcoming to your town?
It was a surprise and it was outstanding, quite honestly. I mean, you have sapphires, you have garnets, uncut, cut.
You spend enough time in Montana when there is not a large appreciation for everything that is there.
Mm-hmm. I know that I had not known about sapphires until recently in Montana. So at this point, this is a good reminder for me to head up that way and look into it because Gem mining is gem mining.
If you would like to, I can give you the name of a couple of profitable mines.
This day and age, that's amazing. Definitely do that. So yeah, thank you. Thank you though. George, if you could see your men and everything.
Yes, sir. Definitely. This way.
Thank you.
Leaves. All right. So it's been a few hours.
I was gonna say, it should be getting close to dawn by now, don't you think?
It's about 3:30.
3 in the morning? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got time.
It's been a few hours and
There are multiple hidden recording devices going.
okay, perfect. Rook arrives, texts you to let you know that they are outside.
The door buzzes.
Okay. You open up the door and come in.
Watch the door coming in. Does it close immediately after him or does it pause a few seconds?
It closes immediately after.
Okay. There's only really one place to go, so
Okay. You come down the hallway. Come in the room.
she goes up and greets him. Warm embrace, gentle kiss. Thank you for coming. I'm really sorry that it's under these circumstances.
I'm not surprised. So what do you need to know?
You obviously know that I'm kindred.
Darling, we had this discussion last time.
I didn't tell you what my role in the city was.
Okay.
I'm seneschal, which means I am one step below the prince. Your brother,
Is a menace, I know.
he's been sloppy. He's on video.
I'm not surprised.
I have a couple questions that I'm so sorry that I have to ask this, but I have to ask. The control that he has over you, is that consensual? And I don't mean contract. Are we talking sibling abuse? Are we talking you actually enjoy working for him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I choose to fulfill his requests because up until now, it was, I could at least find someone who would fit what he needed by finding someone who was not morally acceptable. And he would wait. He's become
Really?
pushy.
Pulls out her phone, brings up the file, shows it to him. To them.
Yeah, that's him.
This is incredibly fucking awkward, love, and I am so sorry. Sincerely, genuinely, that either of us is in this position. I know that you guys have a limited time in town before you move on to your next location. I understand that. And I suspect that once he finds out that I know and that the city is onto him, it'll be an extremely long time before I see you again. I'd like to prevent that. The reason I asked if what you went through with him was consensual or not. If I can find a way to free you from his control. Would you accept? Would you want that? No contract, just an offer. Out of concern and care.
Of course. That's, as I said, the only reason that I'd.
How much do you know of the history of our city?
I know it used to be a timber town. I know it's sort of a gateway to and from the north and the south. And
How familiar are you with the machinations of Kindred Society?
not very.
Have you ever heard the term Sabbat?
In passing,
Okay. There's a couple different factions. The darkest, well, almost darkest among them is a group called the Sabbat. And the other factions agree that Kindred need to keep their things under wraps. The masquerade is the number one rule. Don't let the mortals know that we exist, if at all possible. Just as I'm sure that among your kind and others, the Guru, for example, the idea is to keep it all outside of mortal eyes, because if enough mortals find out that it's real, we become the hunter, or the hunted rather, instead of the hunter. We recently had to deal with some of that. In the case of the Sabbat, under a few decades ago, there was a Sabbat invasion. They tried to take over. It took a lot of work, but we were able to get rid of them. I was able to help with that, as was my friend Ali. We can't allow someone, even a devil, especially a devil, to do what he's doing. I have a question I want to ask. I don't honestly expect an answer, but I've got to try. Do you know his true name? And it's
do.
for the reason you think.
Yes.
Would you be willing to share it with me? It could be the key to freeing you from his control. And there's like a couple of teardrops of blood coming down from the side of her face. This is extremely difficult for her. But she doesn't wipe them away.
Do you have a pen and paper?
I do. And she pulls one out, hands it to him, and to them.
She writes down the name. It is Bell, B as in Bravo, E-L, apostrophe, Arat, A-R-A-T.
Bravo Echo Lima apostrophe Alpha Victor Alpha Tango.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Alpha Romeo Alpha Tango.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She doesn't say it aloud. She looks at it and reads it and goes, okay. I will guarantee this is not read aloud until the appropriate time, because I know that these things have power.
Yeah.
I am so sorry. And if this destroys our relationship, I'm doubly sorry. I hope it doesn't.
Be careful, love. he is, even as a half, extremely powerful. Don't.
I know. This is a level of something I have not directly dealt with. I know those who have. I am going to use an overabundance of caution.
If you know anybody who has a good priest, you might find somebody.
Actually, I think I might. How can we shield you from the blowback? Is he gonna, I mean, I don't know, I presume he's got some form of keeping an eye on you. This place is fairly warded. He should not know what goes on in here. But what can we do to keep you out of the blast zone? I don't want anything happening to you, love.
I'm probably going to find my way to my own bolt hole for a little bit. I have some time. I can take off. He has a few others he can utilize to get his needs met. You
She
might not
writes,
hear from
she
me.
writes down a number. This is a secure line. You are now the only person who has it. If you need me for anything, call.
Okay.
If we work, we can get through this. You can be free. The city will be safe, as will the kind.
Well, as soon as I get done here, I'm leaving. So,
I understand.
and she cups your face and she gives you the biggest kiss.
And she melts into it and pulls him close and just eventually parting, more tears down the face. Speak to you very soon. Be safe, please.
You as well. And they turn.
Once they're gone for like 5 minutes, she goes out a secret entrance, grabs the recordings,
Okay.
heads back to Montgomery.
Cool. Takes you probably 35, 40 minutes to get there. What are you doing,
Oh my gosh.
Miss Fussy Britches?
Huh?
Miss Fussy Britches?
Well, now that we know roughly what we're dealing with, how do we deal with it? What other kind of fun information did Uncle Alex leave, other than that book that you walked off with?
There's not an awful lot about them, honestly. There's outlines of the different flavors, but there's not an awful lot about how to destroy them. You're talking about creatures who are basically,
The agents of creation, effectively. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
how does one
how do you destroy that?
destroy that? Unless you use someone else who also is part of the agency of creation.
Quite so. Oh my god, this is getting on me fucking tits. I might as well look over at Trinice. Is Trinice still down here with me?
Yes.
All right. This is way above me head. I never expected to deal with this.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess by that you probably didn't either.
This was not on my bingo card this week.
No, this would not have been on my bingo card ever. How fucked are we if this goes tits, ass over tits?
How big of a crater do you expect a large projectile weapon to cause?
Are we talking about a solid one or one that goes boom?
Well, I mean,
It all goes boom in the end.
it all goes boom in the end, really.
Well, yeah.
Boom today.
How big did you figure How big of a crater did you end up going and learning about that caused the dinosaurs to die?
Oh, we're talking second impact then, are we? Evangelion.
I mean, you know, it's not a big deal. It's just the end of the world.
It's the end of the... Anyway. So... Tuesday, right.
Yep.
And we're in this up to our necks, aren't we?
Probably you might want to go say hello to Felicity.
Yeah. Have you got anyone you want to say hello to? You might want to do that.
Yeah. I want to do that.
Okay. Did we want... I mean, is there any other information you've been able to find? Because I'm kind of at a loss now.
Well, it's not a great one. So far, what I found is that death is not the end.
Yeah, that was rather a surprise when I woke up that next night.
Yeah, well, when we have a final death, we don't need to find a new host.
Oh shit, they can do that.
Go see Felicity. Still studying.
Fuck me.
About this point, Allie's going to receive a text.
Okay.
It says, OMW back. Devil icon. Lightning bolt. Explosion. And then...
Nice.
Nice.
Perfect.
She's actually on the phone to Mort saying, hit protocol 39, then 60% to Bane, swipe the account, and then backtrack it. And then close that one.
Okay. Cool. I can do it.
Walks in the door and says, you need an old priest and a young priest. Sits down and stretches. And he's a fucking papist.
Are we really surprised?
You know what that
Actually,
was?
no, he's not even a papist. Well, wait, who are you talking about?
Your mother suspects in hell, Paris.
Our little Lannister.
He was Protestant.
Close enough.
No.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I was there when that particular portion was created, and no, that's not the same at all.
I gave up my standing in the Church of England years ago.
No,
He's still a fucking papist.
so sit down in the Church of England. It's fine.
No, I'll catch fire.
It's a good time on a Tuesday night then.
Leo counts on Tuesdays and bank holidays.
Yeah, well, you know. So what are you doing?
Wait and figure out who's got the old priest and the young priest. Why aren't you going and stalking your girlfriend? This seems to be abnormal.
I keep telling her to leave.
How do you know she hasn't?
She won't.
You haven't moved.
You keep staring at the rest of us.
You know what point I'll walk in.
Okay. Hi. How's things?
Her cheeks are still a bit streaked.
Oh, honey.
How was Trix?
Rip hands it to you. Don't read it aloud.
2 old priests and 3 young ones. Just get the Cardinals on the call. This one's bigger than Hold the text in the bra. Yeah.
I don't think we can get that many priests unless we go ahead and call out the boys' choir. It's Sorry, too soon? There's gotta be levity somehow.
If you don't laugh, you're gonna cry.
Too late.
Too late.
Here, hon. She hands you a tissue.
Starts wiping it away.
You got a little smeary.
Yeah.
Might need about 3 rabbis too.
I don't think it's necessarily going to be that bad, but yeah.
Are they twins?
Not. They're not, if I recall correctly.
Nope, they are half siblings.
They're half sibs.
Oh, you're
The
lucky.
relationship is non-consensual as far as the control. They, Rook, are leaving town immediately.
Probably for the best.
The critter will likely stick around because they've gotten sloppy. From what I understand, normally they've forced a minion or whatever to locate their prey. I showed Rook the video of this thing doing what it did. They were shocked. This is not normal, which means they're getting greedy and they're getting sloppy.
So they're sloppy, not mouse sloppy. Got it.
Yeah, this may work in our favor. But it's going to need to be done quickly.
No, we've only got a few more hours before daylight, so.
Well, obviously not going to be tonight. But
Yep.
we should plant some seeds, make some calls, and get the balls rolling.
All right, let me see what I can find. She starts going through her Rolodex.
Alex texts. Estrella. Sorry, I had to run down the playlist.
Too many A's.
Yeah.
She contacts Estrella and goes, "Hey, you still know anybody in the quote unquote church with ability?"
You get back. I might know one question mark.
She just replies with, "Hang on a second, I think I ought to put this."
Devil lightning bolt kaboom.
"We have a problem, needs immediate addressing. Quote, bell, book, and candle, candle, book, and bell, backwards and forwards, send Faustus to hell." End quote. And send.
Takes about 2 minutes.
I set the phone to ring.
Then a text of,
It's a day ending in Y.
ha, period. Ha, period. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Gonna go up and talk to Jonathan.
Okay.
I'm not leaving Trinisa down in my lab alone.
She's not alone.
I'm not leaving you. I'm not letting you in my lab at all.
Too late. She's already here.
Yes. Out. Out.
Oh, fine.
Please.
Fine.
Fine. Reaches over and grabs 3 more books and walks out.
God, you get on me fucking tits sometimes. Ugh.
Mwah!
Trinisa walks out with 2 more books.
Why do I fucking bother?
I need them for research. You're not allowing me in here to stay, then I have to take them with me.
There's other things in here I would rather you not be looking at, but all right, whatever. Go. Just
Take those things with me.
slam the door.
So you want to stay here or you want to go back and play with the lockbox? I have to go put this one with its...
Yeah, let's go back to the tower. It's fine. All right.
Honey, I'm going home.
I'll be there shortly.
Okay. So you go upstairs.
Knock on the door. Do you have a moment, my prince?
Just call me Jonathan. Come in.
Walks in, closes the door, turns the radio to an empty AM station, turns it up a little bit.
Yep. What's up?
We got a problem.
When do we not?
We've got a devil in town. Real. Faustian type.
Those are
They're real.
okay. Well, I mean, I can't say that I'm horribly surprised.
She shows the video.
You sure that's not Slenderman?
100%.
Okay.
This makes the Sabat look like fucking child's play, Jonathan.
You.
All formalities and bullshit aside, we've got to do something about it. I've already started the ball rolling, as has Allie. Elisa's helping out as best she can. She's a little tripped out, but send her home to go snuzzle while she can.
Well,
Before I go, send a message. I probably going nowhere, but text Shuri. Got a question. Is it okay to stop by tomorrow? See if there's any response.
no response.
Fuck.
I know that you view yourself as primarily a figurehead, and to be honest, that's what you were originally installed as. But I need to know if there is anybody you know or any suggestions you can make on resources we can use in this, because it is not going to be pretty. And we're not talking blowing up a building downtown, ugly, hopefully. I'd rather not have to do that again.
This is some next level stuff, man.
Yeah. I've dealt with some pretty scary shit, but this is...
To the best of my knowledge, I've never dealt with that
Okay.
or anything like that. I mean,
Who do you know in the clergy? Because I know they've shown up at your parties.
they have shown up in my parties. Part of the reason that they've shown up in my parties is because they don't have an awful lot of faith. I can ask.
That's all I request.
Okay.
We need to circle the wagons on this one, Jonathan.
I will do my best.
Thank you.
I don't know how fast I'll get a response.
All I ask is that you try.
Okay. See what I can do.
I've got to get out of here for the night. It's getting close to dawn.
Okay.
Have you eaten yet?
Not hungry.
All right. If you need anything, let me know, all right?
Thank you.
All right. Catch you later.
Yep.
Turns the radio off, walks out.
Okay. So, is there anything else you guys want to do before we close to the evening and start the next day?
Other than make my way back to Lloyd? Nope.
Make my way back down. Okay. Hunger, please.
Yes.
Following day, it's Wednesday. Means that somebody's got a meeting with Jonathan.
Oh.
You said Friday.
No,
For me.
the meeting with Jonathan was all of us. The council
Yeah.
was on Wednesday.
Oh, that's right.
I got a
Yes.
success.
You got
Success, by the way.
I succeeded.
I'm still at
I got hungrier.
You go, oh dear.
Yeah.
So we both wake up in the tower like, you sure you don't want a Snickers? I screamed it this time.
Bags of blood.
Yeah, we'll give it a try. Telling you,
Grabs a couple bags.
if it's fucked up, we're in trouble.
That's fine. It's filtered.
That's what you told me about the last round.
It's the Aquafina version. It's filtered.
Reverse osmosis blood.
Okay. So, you'll make your way to the Montgomery building. Fiona, while they are making their way to the Montgomery building, what are you doing?
Sitting in a little bit of contemplation as far as the conversation that Lancaster and I had.
Okay.
Going through and just getting a little bit more intel that I can find on everybody. Just being offered an office makes me nervous. So just kind of getting a little bit more intel on the town.
You find out Lancaster's probably been there longer than most anybody. Although he was not necessarily there when Aliana and Alex, or rather, as you know them, Deirdre, arrived. You do know that he had basically helped to, for all intents and purposes, found the city with his money. Timber baron, that type of thing. So very well established, longtime family in the area. You also, in researching, find that there's decent chantry. There's Allie is a very difficult one to find any information on at all. As far as you're aware, she exists. Obviously, you've seen her. But there's not enough a lot of information about her. But then again, she's Nosferatu. You know, if you're in an empty room, you probably should assume that you have at least two of them in there anyway. So,
Montana tunnels, yeah.
As for Deirdre, she seems to utilize her fame as a way to safely deflect
Put forth propaganda.
and put forth enough ridiculous sounding propaganda for the mundanes to not know
Refuge in audacity.
that,
She's a good tool of the Camarilla.
yeah.
Yep.
Although,
Not tool in a bad way,
yeah,
lacking the right word.
she is a good utilization of audacity for the sake of safety.
Asset.
Yeah, asset. That's a good word.
Safety asset.
Yes.
Yes. You also know that just across the way is Mr. Hiram, who is part of the
Barony of Vancouver.
he's the Baron of Vancouver, and he's very. You remember meeting him at the
Elysium.
Elysium. Very gentlemanly. Also, probably not one that you would want to go ahead and turn your back on if you didn't know exactly where he was. They tend to come out of the shadows.
Brain. Oh, okay.
You're the shadow. La sombra.
So that's Elisa is a very new individual. She's a baby.
She's very excitable.
Yes.
Anything under 50 years is a baby, really.
Her's a baby.
The usurper.
So you've managed to collect at least a fair amount of information. Not all of it useful, but definitely all of it gives you, I mean, information is good. Information allows you to make better decisions. So you do get a message sent to you from Jonathan. It's the official invite to arrive at his audience at Montgomery Park on Friday.
Okay.
So In the meantime, all y'all,
As we go into the Montgomery building, you've got a package under her arm that she
Okay.
walks in with. And once she walks into the conference room, assuming everybody's there, she walks up, hands a book to you. Here you go. It's wrapped.
Thank you.
You're not going to open it?
Is it Christmas already?
May as well be.
All right.
Marianne, birthday to you.
Happy birthday to me. All right.
Okay.
Well, step off to a side table then, I guess.
okay.
Unwrap it.
There's 2 books in there, both hardcover. One is the history of the British motorcycle. The other is the detailed maintenance manual of the bike we gave you.
Useful.
I try to be now and then. Meant to get it to you sooner, but had to find a copy, and it was a bit of a challenge.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The Indian's an American motorcycle, isn't it?
That's why that's the history of the British bike.
Yes.
This is the manual for the Indian.
Yes. You know I'm British, right?
Can you not read a manual if you're British?
Would you rather I track you down to Triumph?
Wait.
Actually, I prefer a BSA.
Does the manual have the English spelling?
Yes.
Or does it have the American spelling?
Yeah.
Is it the actual? Okay, good. Yes.
What's the English
Because if it has the
translation?
American spelling, that might be the problem.
Yeah, is there a lot of ye olde kind of things in there? You know, like ye olde manual of British bikes that make it better?
You're welcome.
Why, man?
She goes and takes her seat.
Okay. Patrick waits. Patrick. I don't even know where the Patrick came from. I don't know.
Want a burger?
New character.
Wrong. I don't even have a Patrick. Jonathan waits until all of you sit down. So, I figured I'd let all of you know that I'm having a meeting on Friday with Fiona.
Okay. Do you want us there for it?
I would not mind you being there
Seneschal?
as Seneschal. Mostly,
You know the others are going to watch.
you're mostly there, will be there as a sort of a visual touchstone, as it were.
I don't mind being your emotional support, Seneschal, Jonathan.
Thank you. I need to figure this out. And I need to have some sort of conclusion.
May I make a suggestion? Insist that she formally release you.
That's practically first on the docket beyond formalities.
Because that's a sort of Damocles you do not want hanging. Trust
Yes. You look like you need to say something.
I would recommend that you allow her the opportunity to do it, not command her to do so. It serves better for ceremony.
You can also just phrase it as a request, not a command.
Oh, anything that comes from a prince is a command. It's not a request.
And I
In my
can
humble opinion.
speak on could be approached of a request routed through the seneschal would be coming from the seneschal. I don't understand fucking Toreador politics.
This isn't Toreador politics. This is vampire
This is
nature.
Camarilla politics.
No, it's not Camarilla politics either. This kind of stuff has been going on long since before the Camarilla, long since before any of our current organizations existed.
Either way, there is merit to what Lannister says. And
Metapision.
she doesn't stop. She doesn't correct herself.
No. There's no metapision there. I'm just.
It's a playful jibe. It might be wise to give her a chance, give her a few minutes, and if she doesn't within X amount of time, then
Before
make the
the end of
request.
the meeting, if it hasn't been brought up, then I'll bring it up.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's your prerogative, my friends.
I think it's reasonable to go ahead and assume that she might not want to go and be connected with me directly. If she hasn't spent time trying to go and find me,
My prince, if I may, the nature of vampires is to be in and around power. If not the center of it, then connected well to it. I do not think it is a coincidence between your ascension to the princedom and her suddenly moving to the city. One does not spuriously correlate anything here that is conspicuous.
Most of the power-hungry games, though, come from your clan.
Oh, that's just a stereotype.
is
One
it?
that's born true for
All stereotypes carry a measure of truth.
some more than others.
But it is your choice as to how to handle it.
Well, either way, it's going to be at least brought forth that we need to figure out what is happening
True.
and make a determination from there. So I just wanted to see all y'all, let you know this is what's going to happen on Friday as far as the meeting is concerned, and I appreciate you attending.
Of course.
So, Drew, when it comes to this demon, how's that going along?
Jonathan's been made aware, if that's what you're asking.
Well, I was just hoping. It looks like you guys all have a serious sour face when it comes to the demon terrorizing our city. So, what is? I mean, I assume you guys have all stuck your noses straight in the books.
If you're not going to take this seriously,
No, I don't. I haven't given any reason to take it seriously.
then
Papist.
I'm not a papist.
he's not a papist.
Papists are people who follow the
They're
Pope.
Catholics.
I'm Protestant.
He's not a
That is-
Catholic.
I'm not
Papist.
a Catholic.
Just good.
Catholic
Keep.
light.
It's almost like you don't know what the word means.
It's not even
No, I just
it's
don't
not.
care today.
Oh, my Lord.
Anyway,
Bottom line is, whether it's there are more things under heaven and earth, Horatio, than fit into your reality. However,
Got an old priest and a young priest?
wait until you read that in the
I'm
original
still finding
Klingon.
out about that.
No, he might have 3 of them. Don't know.
He's not a Catholic.
you don't have to.
The
be Catholic.
Episcopalians have them too.
Well, you mean the C of E?
You know, all the theatrical and half the guilt.
They sing
Holy
better.
shit, that reminds me.
Yeah, we're Catholic light. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. All the religion, half the guild. Or all the ceremony, half the guild.
Yes.
True.
When we're done here, remind me to call Hiram.
He's already on my 2-call list. I need to send him and Victor downtown. His friends and Victor.
I need to talk to him about something semi-related. Whether you want to believe that this is what we have been able to research and ascertain it to be, doesn't stop the fact that someone or something is going around eating people in a non-hideable way.
That's less
And
easy
they're
to argue.
foolishly getting themselves caught on video.
We need, yeah,
It's
that
just
needs
a
to be
matter of
found.
time before somebody with an iPhone gets lucky.
Or unlucky.
as the case may be. We got to forgive the phrasing, we got to nip the shit in the bud right now.
Where do we know where they are going to be? Do we know
Or they're
who
going
it
to
is?
be? No. Do we know who they are? Yes.
Okay, so then we need to find that person.
Working on it.
And is it a person? What exactly is this?
You've been told what it is. You don't
I know
believe
you
it.
said it was a demon, but that doesn't
No, it's
mean
not a
much.
demon. It's a devil.
The demon is a devil.
Think of it like the worst lawyer you've ever gone up against.
I'm not worried about that either.
That can't be bought.
But we'll find a way to buy you.
So the thing is this.
Have you ever seen Faust?
I keep going back to Faust. Oh my God.
Catholic stuff.
So what I'm saying is that, so you have somebody who's killing people horribly,
Publicly, no less.
publicly and horribly.
Yes.
Right. You know who this person is.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, okay. If you know where they have been killing, do you know anyone who knows them?
Sources have been reached out to and consulted with.
Okay. Do you know then at that point where these people possibly are going to be next, or what their preferred method of killing is and why they're killing the people that they're killing? Because if they're going to killing a specific type of person, like you think a demon would, then at that point, start looking at those people.
Already in process.
Okay.
They're apparently deviating from original pattern.
Are they accelerating?
They got greedy. They got sloppy.
They're devolving.
Oh, isn't that's worse. Okay.
Yeah. So it's getting to. I mean, we're talking. We're not quite to rabid dog. Got to put it down there. Or we got to put it down.
We got to put it down.
Oh no, that's definitely rabid dog putting down
What's
territory.
what kind of killing are we talking about here in the way of like damage?
Big bada boom boom.
Well, I mean, like, is it a throat ripped out? Is it no blood left? Is it
Consummation.
just kill?
Messy consummation. Then
Eaten.
poof.
Eaten.
Okay,
Gone.
so-
Poof.
So, but are the eating marks any different than, say, a human's bite?
Oh yeah.
Are they? Okay, so you guys have, I assume you guys have coroners that are covering that stuff up or just incinerating the bodies?
So far, there have not been a lot of bodies found.
Okay. How many do we know of?
Concretely,
Yeah.
the one in the video.
Okay.
Speaking of, having attempted, have I been able to make contact with any of the other Thin Bloods then over the last few nights rather?
A couple of them.
Okay. Are they at least willing to talk?
They're not really.
Shit. No, I'll at least ask you, hey, have you lost contact with anybody lately?
One of them says, I mean, we lose contact with one another all the time.
Not helping. Okay.
They're gonna be difficult to trust, so
Yeah, well, no, that's like, I didn't expect that to happen overnight.
All right. Is there a reason you're texting and not paying attention to the conversation, Lisa?
I'm hearing you.
But, so, all right then. So how soon before we know something? Or do we have to wait until he kills again?
The short answer to that is I don't know for sure. We are keeping an eye out for that. We're also reaching out to resources to try and pull them to where we want them to be dealt with.
Okay, so we know really only one death though, right?
One that we have concrete proof of.
Okay.
Confirms.
We just can't let it get to 3. Then people start looking. Is there anything else, my prince?
nope, I'm good. I'm gonna go make some phone calls.
Thank you.
He goes out the door.
Lisa. What is going on with you? You've been very tense lately.
Don't worry about it.
Case in point.
Don't worry about it. I am going to make a quick trip down to Lewis and Clark.
Okay. It'll take you about 35, 40 minutes to make it there.
No worries.
Well,
Asses are still frozen.
That's right.
But I'm waiting for her to figure out that as Primogen, she can just walk in the damn door.
Yeah, actually.
Gotta let the young ones learn their lessons. I'm gonna go call him in about a relic.
what was the name?
Excellent. Go call a man about a relic.
It was a Michael something or other.
Pull out my phone, text the leader of the Thin Bloods.
Michael?
Hey, you got a minute?
Yeah, what's up?
Can you meet me at Montgomery?
Sure, give me about an hour.
Thanks.
Do you got any priests?
I'm gonna ask among other things.
Nicole. What did you want from Hiram? I gotta go call him anyways.
Hold on, I gotta remember the name of the clan. The Sombra.
Sombra, yes.
The Sombra tend to have really deep fingers in the clergy.
Yeah, no.
You may know a few people.
3 steps ahead of you.
Well, it's good. You usually claim to be 5, so I must be improving.
I'm tired, okay? I didn't get much rest.
Also, it wasn't Michael, it's David Connell.
Thank you. I thought
David,
Michael
okay.
didn't sound right.
I knew there was a Mike, but there was a Michael though. But anyway.
It's a day ending in Y. You're always cranky.
More so than normal.
There's a lot of shit going
Season
down.
changes, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Yes, sads.
Barometric pressure.
Oh, can you get Victor to meet me at the tower?
Okay.
Actually, no, have him meet me in front of Dante's. I'm putting him to work today.
Okay.
You don't need him in the studio today. That's tomorrow.
Don't let anything happen to him.
Honey, don't worry.
Make
Why
the
do you think I
call.
have to call Hiram?
Hi. Okay,
All right.
so
Walk in. Just
go ahead and roll a d20 for me. would you?
oh goody.
Clunk.
Clunk. And I go, oh, I got a 13.
Got a third. Okay, well, you got above a 10, so you managed to not have anything hit you.
Okay, in that case, now that I know that that's the thing, whatever my larceny allows me, and larceny and or survival allows me to find out if there's any other booby traps in this place.
Go ahead and roll for me. Let's see here. Investigation
Wow, look at that. 1, 2, 3,
and
4.
larceny.
Let's see.
Wits.
Wits. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Investigation. Larceny. Let's see here. Oops. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
You managed to deftly wend your way through several different wards that went on automatic turn on when no one was moving around in there for over 24 hours.
Okay. All right. Now that I know that that's a thing, activating my sense the unseen.
Okay.
Yes. And making my way. Well, first I'm going to stop. I'm actually going to stop by the office
Okay.
to see why nobody be answering my damn phone calls.
Okay. You see Shuri sitting there.
Clap my hand at her.
Nothing.
Okay. And I presume the door marked private or privé as it would be in French. I presume it's all going to be in French. Shut.
It's in English.
Oh, okay. Private. Okay. Door closed.
Door closed.
Any wards on the door that I can see?
Oh, yeah.
Figured as much. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Leave a quick little note. Hi, stopped by for a quick peruse through the library. Thanks a whole lot. A. Put it right there, right there.
In front of her.
No. I'm
Oh, right
posting it on her forehead.
Oh, my God.
Right there on her forehead.
Amazing. Okay.
Yes. Right there on her forehead.
Okay.
And make my way into the library. Now that I know roughly what I'm looking for, based on what Trinisa and I discovered earlier,
Okay.
what kind of neat, fun stuff is in this library, and if I need to if I need to reach out to my sire in London. But we'll start here first.
Okay. So it's going to take you probably most of the evening to go through and dig through stuff. So
That's fine.
you'll probably. I'll get back to you.
Okay, no worries. Probably an extended roll.
Let's see. What time is it?
It's 4:15.
It is 4:15. So I think with that and let's see here. You've got, let's do a phone call with Hiram and then I think we will close out. I'm sorry we didn't get to you. We got a lot of stuff that's suddenly happening all at once.
Dude, no, awesome cliffhanger.
Okay.
I like it.
Next one, we get to meet the Queen's mom. Sorry. Queen
Anyway.
mom. My bad.
The Queen Mother.
Big difference, but strong.
Right, so call time. Hello. Hey, Sugar Tits, what's up?
Yeah, nothing much here in the clean world. What's going on down with you?
Clean world.
Yeah.
Love you too, Hiram.
What are you and some of the boys doing tonight?
I mean, we were gonna take in a movie. What's going on?
Feel like wandering downtown?
I can do that.
Bring your good eyeballs.
How many?
At least 4.
I can do that. Be there in 2 hours.
Meet me in front of Dante's.
Okay.
And you won't believe what the fuck we got.
Oh, now you see, you didn't have to go ahead and salt that much.
Bring
It's a good time
Estrella
party.
if she wants to come too. Because this one may be,
Dance worthy.
there may be epic songs made after this one.
Operatic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and bring me a couple priests.
Ooh, there will be skaldic
Okay.
poetry.
All right.
See you in 2.
Priests who know what the fuck they're doing, please.
You need any voodoo along with that too? Because I
Wouldn't
got.
hurt.
Oh dear God, Shug, what you doing?
They're saying something's wrong.
Needless to say, you might want a rabbi. Just to cover our bases.
Okay. Let
And a witch.
Yeah, you might need a couple of witches too. If you have a Seth Gona, that'd be awesome also.
let me see what I can do.
Okay.
All right.
How's your Charlie Daniels lyrics knowledge?
Up in Georgia.
I'm going
Change it to
now.
Portland.
I'm going now. Bye.
Hiram, thank
All
you.
right. All right. And with that, we are going to close out tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank
Thank
you.
you guys for playing a wonderful game with me.
Yay, thank
I really
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, it's our pleasure, and thank you.
So we love you very much. We hope you enjoyed tonight, and we look forward to seeing you two again next time. Take care of you. We
Be
love
good,
you,
humans.
Later's all.
humans.
Bye.
Bye.
That's my girl.